If you guys have a toast for the other days, that'd be freaking awesome. The funnier the better, or the serious even better. This one just kind of came up. I don't know why my lights. Oh yeah, but anyways, um, this toast is basically for all of us now, for the military, for our families, for our friends, um, for the past, the present, and the future. Here's a toast to the future, a toast to the past, and a toast to our friends, far and near. May your past be dreams and your future be brighter than the stars. Salute to
Cool.
everybody. I love you guys.
Yeah, buddy. Salute.
Everything.
If you haven't had
Mm.
Monster and Jack Daniels, try it out. It's fucking delicious.
Monster and Jack.
Monster
That
Jack.
sounds pretty good.
It's fucking
Tell me you
I
hate.
delicious.
can do it.
It's fucking
Tell me
delicious.
you hate your liver without telling me you hate your liver.
Monster and Jack Daniels. You're wow.
Don't-
Fuck my kidneys.
Don't know what.
I
Don't
need
know
'em.
whether to go to sleep or run a mile.
Won't have to slow down to piss if it would have kidneys.
All right, so we got two new beautiful fucking faces that we have right here. We have Phil Billy. What's going on, Phil Billy? And
What up, dude?
and we got the Dirk.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
It's all weird because my laptop's like hidden behind my fucking monitor. So like everything I'm gonna be doing tonight is on a delay unless I'm like looking way over the fuck over here. But we're okay. We're okay.
Just go with it and enjoy the day. Enjoy the night.
I got a webcam in my fucking Amazon card. I need to get that done.
Yeah.
Do what to your Amazon card?
Give me the account number.
Yeah, I need your account number and
Yeah.
I'll take care of the rest.
No, I need to get a
Just go
webcam.
ahead and share it.
I don't have the whole webcam set up.
So, hey, a webcam that I got, it maybe cost me like $40, and I want to say it is a remarkable webcam. I'm gonna real quick. Nope, that's not be back. No, I have
my
I
screen
have to
sounds
switch
okay.
it. Right, switch. I think it's this one. I don't know.
All right.
Let me see. Did I just ruin something right now? I think I did. Nope, that's me. Okay, so I gotta deactivate this one real quick. Hold on. Boom.
What up, 2 viewers? How you doing? Tonight we're doing real talk with Kenny.
All
Just
right.
gonna. I mean, basically,
this
like,
this
real
one
talk,
right
talk
here
about veteran issues.
is my
Stay tuned.
webcam, and I
Um,
think it's great quality.
usually
And it
pretty good
cost
time.
me maybe like
It's only the second one, so last time.
30 bucks, if that.
You're gonna have to shoot me the link, cause I mean, like I said, I was looking on Amazon, and you know, I'm just browsing around. I don't know anything about computers, so I'm learning as I go.
Oh yeah.
I bought a pre-build for my power, so
Hey, Rodeo, appreciate
What I
the
did.
raid. Where'd you go? There's nothing there. Yeah, I was just
I
trying
buy-
to figure.
I buy computers. That's where I
Yeah.
got mine.
I buy computers.
Yeah, Amazon, that webcam, it's like a 4K or 4K resolution if it pushes it out, and it's really, really good, I think.
hell yeah.
I think I have the 955. I just went and bought it at Best Buy or some shit.
Since you be gone!
Ooh.
All right, so,
Spicy. Excuse me.
Today's subject, it actually, it was brought up to me, and it was brought up to me by, a few people, surprisingly. Like, I was actually asking myself, I'm like, I want a subject. We have no Kenny? Hold on. How you have, oh shoot, my bad. I forgot I had to switch that. My bad.
Damn, Kenny.
Sorry, I know I'm flipping. Get a little alcohol in me and I'm done. Have your way with me. So multiple people have brought.
Hey,
come
don't
up to me.
tempt me.
Hey, you're gonna have to work with this one. This ain't free now.
How many stars you need?
Hey, you better off with the damn burrito.
Hey, you make me a burrito, you can have your way with me.
I'm
You
telling you,
make me a
burrito,
damn good burrito.
burrito, pizza, Chinese food. Hey, I'm ready to go. It's so weird not
What
seeing
were
you
you
with a hat.
talking
It's so
about?
funny.
He
It
still
is.
looks like Bobby Hill.
It's
Yeah.
so funny. So it was brought up to me by a few people, and I thought, and there you go, put it on a hat. There you go. It was brought up to me by a few people, and I think we need to actually really do talk about it. The mental health of a lot of people. That's just basically it. The mental health of a lot of people, and I'm not talking about crazy. Um, Tell me I'm pretty and feed me tacos. Yeah.
Right?
Um,
I'm down.
Hey, I got the same glass.
My wife got this one for me. I
got
don't know.
I got the same
My
exact glass.
Yeah, but my wife got it. It says something custom on it, like.
Yeah.
Like
No,
this- yeah.
I etched mine. I etched
Yeah, there
mine
you
on
go.
there. Yeah,
Yeah, my wife got it for me for Christmas.
that's freaking
Look
awesome.
at us go. Did we just Okay. become best friends or what?
Best freaking friends. Get me a bunk bed.
There we go. We're gonna butterfly kiss our beards sometime because CK cut his off. Right?
I got a pretty cool glass.
Hey, that's the prettiest glass in the world. So the mental health, going back to the mental health. The mental health isn't just saying that you're crazy. It's mental health, and just there's so many things that fall under mental health. Big humongous thing. Just like a lot of people end up saying with PTSD. PTSD falls into a fucking ginormous umbrella. They opened it up to a PTSD is just the hey, you have PTSD. Yeah, okay, great, wonderful. What do I have? It's going to go depression, anxiety, this, that, and the other. So today I want to talk about how we can deal veterans, non-veterans, spouses, anybody that's in chat. Please chip in. Please come in and share what you have done to try to set yourself up for success, as in like what did you do to deal with your mental issues? What did you do with depression? What did you do with anxiety? What did you do to get over it? What did you do with a death in the family, death in the friends? What did you do with knowing, like, how did you do it? I know if my wife wasn't so shy, she would definitely come in here and talk to me about it, because that right there, that woman has dealt with shit ton of stuff with me. She had to learn, she had to adapt, let me say that one, adapt to the certain situations that I've put her through, honestly. And
Innings are always rough, right?
yeah,
Getting to where you need to be.
yeah, it just, because nobody gives you a manual, and even if they did give you a manual,
You
you
ain't
could throw
reading it.
you could throw that shit away, because not like not one of us here are exactly the same. We might
Nope.
we might have similar issues, but we deal with them in a different way. Some people,
The understanding, right?
Yeah.
It's understanding how you work.
yeah, it just, everybody's going to take it and learn it a different kind of way.
Yeah.
As we're getting started on this, I already got somebody asking if they can come up in the Discord and chat a little bit on this subject. You guys good with that?
CK is good with it, and you guys, as long as you guys are good, as long as they stay respectful and not be
Oh,
a
they
dick
will.
about anything, then yeah, I'm all about it. The more the merrier. So I'm going to end up. I'll start it. I'll start it with me. Yeah, I'll start it with me. Why not? Yeah. So with a lot of the stuff that comes in, like a lot of pressure gets put on us. Tons of pressure gets put on us being in the military and leaving out of the military. For me, after being in the military, I am enough. Who am I? Enough. Yeah, it just so coming out of the military, I was kind of forced out of the military because I had surgery and they completely botched my knees. They gave me my paperwork. They said, we're pretty much done with you. this is just a part of it. This is pretty. They said I'm pretty much done with you. There's not much you could do for us in the military. So here's your clearing paperwork. So have a nice day. I appreciate your service. Go.
Used and abused and thrown to the trash.
That's unfortunately how a lot of it goes. Unfortunately, so as I'm clearing, a lot of the clearing has been on the phone or my wife carrying me around, not carrying me literally, but helping me go around from a lot of places because I was not able to walk. They did both knees, bilateral patella tendons, and that was it. I was just I it was done. So they got me out. I left the military. We decided that we wanted to go to Florida. So when going to Florida and settling down here, and I stayed with my mother. But it just after that one, my whole mental state just like it started prior to that one. But after that one, it really hit me that what do I do now? What do I do? For the past God knows how many years, I every single day I woke up ass crack in the morning, put on this uniform, took off. I had a purpose. I had a purpose. Taking care of my family, doing everything that I do. And now I sit here on my ass, disabled, not being able to do anything, can't go up the stairs, can't run, can't jump, can't do this, can't do that. It's a lot of can'ts. It's awful. And you went from being the provider to being honestly
Provided for.
Yeah, but a dependent.
a dependent.
Right.
Becoming a dependent.
That's better than the word I wanted to use.
Well, that's
Being
not
a
everybody.
dependent. It's not everybody. This is it. Just I became a dependent. I became like I can't get up. I need help now. And in a man's mentality, it's just I don't need help. So many things throughout the years, so many things have been put on us that we have been the strongest shoulders, the strongest back. Everything gets put on us, put on you guys, and is this one being taken care of? Is this one being taken care of? I got to make sure this is being done. And I'm speaking for myself. I can't speak for anybody else. So this is in my mind. This is what was going through my mind. I was like, are my bills being paid? Can I help my wife? Can I help the kids? Can I help this one? I can't do this one. I have to actually call my wife to help me go to the bathroom. I need help. I need this. I need that. And just I lost so much purpose in life that not only physically and emotionally, I started going downhill mentally fast because I lost purpose in life. Completely lost purpose in life. So with a whole bunch of things, it just piled up one after another, after another, after another. Because your worst enemy is who? Your damn self.
Yourself, yeah.
You're your biggest roadblock.
Ain't nobody whooping your ass more than your brain.
Right.
That guy's
And
a bitch.
and that motherfucker's dangerous. That motherfucker's
No
dangerous. And this is going on now. Now I'm kind of going to everybody. So being alone, being in your mind, you will defeat yourself in minutes. You will find every little piece of shit thing about yourself, and you are going to hound on it. You're going to dig yourself in there. You're going to beat yourself up. You're going to tell yourself you're not fucking good enough at all. You're not. It's like, look at you. You're a fat piece of shit. You can't get up. You don't got a job. You ain't making no money. What are you doing? Look, CK sniffing some shit over there. Hey.
Nah, that mouth
he's-
open. That mouth open. He didn't do nothing with those.
So it's one of those things that your mind is such a powerful thing. Your mind is something that is absolutely incredible, because it's such a strong but stupid thing, because it's easily manipulated. You might be. I know a lot of people end up telling you, "Hey, you got a house. You got a roof over your head. You got food in the refrigerator. You got clothes on your back. Your spouse is there. Your kids are there. Everybody loves you, and this and that. Big fucking whoopie doo. Honestly, who
That's
cares?
cool and all, but you don't know what goes on behind them closed doors. You know what I mean?
But a lot
Oh,
Once
of
I
that
do.
door
I
closes,
do.
you
No.
know,
Hey, thanks, Dan.
what goes on behind them closed doors, once your head, gets inside your quote unquote safe space, you know, your wheels start turning. And I've been there, you know. It's I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that I've been through some shit because I haven't. I went to Kuwait, I did what I did. Um, I don't have any disabilities or anything like that, but I will tell
Hat.
you, I was stupid with my money, you know, and I went through times where
Mexican.
I got to try and figure out how the fuck I'm going to pay these bills. And then as like you were saying, I'm the man of the house. I got to make this happen. There's all kinds of thoughts that go through your head, you know. So for us being a provider, we got to figure everything out. So it's just nobody knows what goes on, you know.
and that's where a lot of people end up again. You have beat yourself up so much. In your
Yeah,
mind, you have beat yourself up so much. So a lot of people don't like expressing their feelings. It's almost a sign of weakness. I guess you could almost feel it's almost that sign of weakness. It's almost that. It's
you say
almost
a lot
that.
of people. You mean men?
No, it's so if we end up talking, it's men and women. It's gotten to that point. It's men and women because a lot of women has stepped up to a plate with a lot of things, and it almost changes, right? So this is why I told chat I was like, if you want to tune in, tune in. If you want to pitch in some words, pitch in some words, because there's two parts of all this. There's complete two parts. There's your, if we want to stick with just the military part. So there's your spouse, husband or wife, that busting their ass every single day, and morning to nighttime, deploying, leaving, dealing with their stuff that they have to do, the separations, the friends. I'm okay here. Everything's better now.
And every
uh,
single one of you people got kids up in this place too. So right, so your
so
wife's sitting there taking care of the kids
so
too.
that's where I'm going to get at.
Mhm.
So we're
Yeah.
busting our ass and doing all that other stuff, doing our sacrifice, right? We're doing our sacrifice to provide stability for the family and to protect the country. They just, but first it's family. It's making sure you're getting your paycheck, making sure the family's good. So as we're doing that one, yes, we are leaving the kids behind. We are leaving the wife behind, and we're leaving them behind for hours at a time, and then that's on a daily basis. Now deployment. Now we leave them for a year. This time we leave them for a year. Next time we're leaving them for a week for training, a month or two for training. So this is where I say that it works on both ways on your mental, because now we're dealing with trying to be the man of the house, and now you have the spouse being the the caretaker of everything, the bills, the house, making sure the house is clean, making sure that their spouse is happy, making sure the kids are happy. The type of break that they get, they don't. It just by the time the kids are taking a nap, okay, now I gotta go clean the house, but gotta do it quietly. Hubby's coming home, gotta make sure some food is being made. Oh shit, the kids are up, gotta take care of the kids now. It's like, when do they get a break? When do they become an adult? When do they allow themselves? So again, this is where that that mental, you start beating yourself up. Oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do this. I don't have a break time. I don't have anything to break down and finally just like
I mean, for me, right? It's like it's probably on the side of unicorn and dome more so me because my kids are new, right? But like you leave your family at home, right? You do your thing there.
You saved the
and
day,
then
Wicked. I'm so
you go
happy
to
you're
war,
here.
right? Your main focus is surviving to come home to your family, right? And you have this switch in your mind where you're just boom, I'm switching off. I'm going straight to take care of my brothers, my soldiers, and myself to get home, right? You know how hard it is to shut off war to come home and take care of family.
I don't even think there.
Yeah.
I honestly, there's been years before
Yeah.
I finally figured
I'm
out
getting
how to
into
shut
that.
it off. And there's
I
times,
don't even think it's.
and there's
I don't even think it's
times
fully off either.
I was about to say that there's times like that switch is like it you thought you turned it off, but it bounced halfway up, and it
Oh yeah,
teeters.
you'll be sitting there doing nothing, and
It
war
teeters.
just shows right back up in your head.
Oh,
That
yeah.
whole mentality, that whole thought just shows right back up in your head.
So
You couldn't
and
rant.
to
You
carry
couldn't
on-
rail. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, to carry on from what Kenny was saying, I mean, Chris was definitely in the same boat. My kids, I had
Hey,
my oldest when just before I joined, and my wife was a stay-at-home mom my whole 6 years I was in. And you're right;
There's
it's not
definitely not
just the
enough
soldiers trying to take care of, wartime, war always being around. The wives had to deal with it too, just in a different way. She was a full-time single mom with a husband.
And she got to
That
worry about her
was-
husband coming home too.
Yeah, that
And-
was
and-
halfway
you know,
around the world.
and that's
it was
another
a
thing right there.
two-time,
That's another thing right there. Not only do they have to take care of that one, now they got to deal with the baggage we're bringing home.
Yes.
The
Exactly.
the
She-
abuse that
she's-
unfortunately, like I don't want to say it's physically abuse. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't.
She's
It-
the one that's waking up getting fought in her sleep and shit.
you know,
like that. I
it
mean,
just so this
trying to
works.
talk you down when you're naked clearing the house because you had a moment.
There's that big humongous, like I said, PTSD. It's an umbrella. Like almost everybody gets a PTSD type of thing. So
The weight.
it's so with hearing all this one, right? So we just went from the shit that we had to deal with. We shifted quickly to the shit that the wife has to deal with. And now on top of that one, guess what? The kids have to deal with that too. They see the outbreaks that daddy's having. They're seeing the outbreaks that daddy's taking out on the wife. And then they're seeing that. It's just like, and it's not even on purpose. Some people go into drinking, some people go into drugs, some people go into a lot of different things. So
And I
Also-
never
well, there's
got
also-
physical with my kids, but I will admit that that switch was still there even with my kids.
one of the
yeah.
hard
All it
things-
took was just the smallest little thing, and I could snap.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh,
I wouldn't.
yeah. Be mad
I
as
would
shit.
I would never hurt them. But it was almost like, kind of like Daniel said, the kind of the war comes back, and you start treating them like they're a private or an underling,
And it
and
happens.
yelling at them, and,
Well, for
and,
me,
my kids dealt with it just as much as my wife. I mean, my wife would kick my ass if I tried that with her. It was different things that I took out of my wife.
Yeah.
it completely adjusts your bonding too for your kids, right?
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah.
For me, I've been out with I was in Iraq in 2005. It's fucking
Yeah.
2022 now, 17 years later, if my ass is right. But bonding with my kids, I feel like there's something with PTSD there that poses me a little bit with the bonding,
Mm-hmm.
It
right?
So
You know,
so
and
it was one of those things that a habit was created, and it's going to be kind of hard for the kids to really be able to come to you, because one thing that I definitely heard a lot, and I'm talking about a lot, is walking on eggshells. We have to walk around on eggshells for daddy. We can't. We got it. Just daddy's in that mood, so daddy's in that thing. So gotta be careful, And everybody goes to mommy, and then you're sitting back there, what the fuck? I'm here. Come talk to me.
Yeah.
It's like, oh
I'm
shit, there
sitting
goes
right here. You walked right
Yeah.
past me.
and
Like,
there goes daddy flipping. I was like, oh shit, fuck, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And that's the hard part. But
What I tell you about jumping chain?
yeah, it's like I'm fucking right here. You see me, right? So come talk to me. Here comes one of mine.
Yeah.
Love you.
Just a
Love
quick
you.
introduction there, Kenny. This is Certain Fun Police that popped in. He was the one that came up in my chat.
Okay.
He himself's another former scout.
Hell yeah.
We didn't serve with him, but
Nope.
just to give the quick introduction.
the better
What's up?
community's huge.
Oh yeah, veteran communities. Well, that's why we find other scouts because scouts are the best.
Because they're always
Yeah,
getting
we had
lost
to be.
and
That's
or find.
right.
They're always getting lost and finding random ass people. Hey, you
Hey,
lost
we're
too? Fuck, I
we're
was
not
just,
lost.
Well, I
We're
mean,
just reconning in the wrong direction.
CK, what were you? What branch were you in,
Not
CK?
wrong direction. Additional reconnaissance. I'm just executing
I
additional
was
reconnaissance.
Army, 68
Oh.
Delta.
Oh, there you go. I thought your eating had to do something with being in the Navy, but I don't know why.
Yeah.
so
CK
so.
was a
Eating it
pee
today.
swabber.
hmm So with everything that's going on, it's bouncing on. It's just a chain reaction. You start seeing the wife being upset. You start seeing, what the fuck are you drinking?
It's blue raspberry lemonade with a little bit of vodka in it.
Fuck yeah.
Like it, sugar free too.
No, no.
That's me. Sorry, I'm,
I'm
a
sorry.
sugar-free guy.
I'm sorry. All of a sudden, I see this big blue thing coming. I'm like, what is that?
That's like a.
So
So they got the pink Whitney. That's like the blue Betty or something like that. That's what we'll call it.
So we have so many things that goes on. It's just a chain reaction with so many things. But the one thing we don't know is how to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
We're reacting. We have become reactors. We react for whatever we react to emotions. I thought it was adios, motherfucker. That's what somebody thought your drink was.
No, I thought it was a hurricane.
Yeah. There's so many things it could have been.
You got to be from down south there, Kenny.
I'm originally from Connecticut. I live in Florida now.
Now, adios, that's a southern thing.
No, it's not.
No,
All
that's
it is a,
that's an
that's a
alcoholic
long,
thing. What are you talking about?
That's a Long Island with blue carousel in it, dog. Come on.
It's
That's all
amazing.
that is.
Oh,
That's the first time I had it was in the south.
but so we're trying to.
Scotch.
Hmm,
Remember that. Scotch. All you need.
that's it. Talk about Scotch. Johnny Walker triple cast, an amazing Scotch. That's-
Hey,
Yes, sir.
But so,
I like my foo-foo, okay?
aren't you fucking?
I like
pretty.
my
Get your
foo-foo.
mustache.
So going back to trying to figure things out over here, we're rubbing something out over here.
Who?
Oh,
I'll scratch my calf.
wait,
Treating it like a baby.
yeah.
I drink too much alcohol to fucking drink the expensive shit, okay? So that's just how I'm gonna live
True.
my life. I drink way too much to fucking afford anything else. So
There he is
this
with
is
the Bud Light.
this is when I buy two 12 packs for $9.99 a piece, I'm good to go.
That's it. So we're trying to
Start
figure out.
mailing it
We're
to
trying
me.
to figure out what the hell to do. Because a lot of times we react. We don't think.
Biggest thing is find outlets.
We just react with a lot of stuff, and a lot of stuff because with being in the military, you have to lose emotion. You have to put emotion to the side. There's almost no space for emotion, especially when you're being deployed. You start getting emotional. You can't actually react and do what you're supposed to do. So emotions get put to the side a lot, and unfortunately, we don't know how to bring it back.
I turned my war into a video game mentally. Shit wasn't real.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, people do things different ways. People could go to war, do whatever they do, come back and be perfectly fine. People go to war and completely fold. The minute something happens, they're folded. They don't know what to do. Some people are better hiding things. Some people are better talking about things. But a lot of the time we mask it. We mask it a lot. We just it's there, but we found out what's the point of talking about it? It ain't going to get you anywhere. What's the point of in the military going to sick call? You're not going to be allowed to. You better have a good damn reason to. So you're going to have to suck it up and drive on. Rub some dirt on it.
That or you'll get shit if you go to sick call. You have your guys giving you shit about it, and you don't want to let them down.
So it just, we learn, and I say we, anybody in chat, it's not just men, it's men and women. We learn to just fucking
Suck it up.
shove it down in there,
Yeah.
and keep it fucking going. It just that's what. So to bring it back, it just you forget to be able to do that one, and that's where I've learned throughout the years, and I'm talking about throughout the years. I've learned communication is the biggest fucking thing, and especially if you're married. I was having two subjects that I wanted to go through today, and it was either going to be like relationship wise, and then this. So multiple things came in for this one, so I wanted to go with this one. But it almost works both ways, because at the end of the day, just like the NCO is the backbone of the company, right? The NCO is the backbone of the company.
No, they're not. I'm just kidding. I just want to talk shit to my two NCOs while I was there. They're right there.
So a lot of it, your spouse is honestly
Meet
your
me after this conference call, Swerve.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
friendly and
Fucking
restless decision.
canteen.
Oh shit!
Neither
Where'd
one
it
of
go?
you, neither one of you fuckers could smoke me.
Oh, where'd it go?
Great.
What happened? Oh, there it goes. Why talk about it when you can
Run
end
away
up
with you.
being thrown
Run away from
So-
me with your Trulies.
Right? Yeah.
I
Back
love
on
my
the-
Trulies.
Back on the sick call thing, though, real quick. The stigma's still
Unicorn
there.
is there all the time.
Yeah, I've got two boys that are still in, and that stigma's still there, whether it's for mental health or injury or whatever.
I'll be a
And
broke dick.
unfortunately, even with like the mental health side of it, it'll never get better until the leadership kind of gets that out of their head
Mhm.
about, oh, there's nothing the matter with you. Get your ass back out there. You've dislocated your ankle, and they're still like, nope, it's fine. Go see the medic. Here's a new pair of socks and some Motrin.
Here, I have Bubbles that's talking, and he's like, why talk about it when you could end up thrown in a padded room because you told your feelings about your depression, or in her situation, she's having it rough right now. I don't want to say rough, but she's having it tough right now. She just had a baby. She has I believe, a 3-year-old on top of that one, and her husband's in the Navy. So she's right now. She's relating a lot to what we're talking about. So
Oh yeah.
she's dealing with a 3-year-old right now that's probably being very spiteful because there's a brand new baby in the household. She's dealing with her own situations as even being prior. Like she says, there's not enough hours in a day to be able to have anything. And then having the husband in the military, so it just that separation, the babies and everything just pile up and pile up and pile up, and if you speak about it, it's almost bringing you to a sign of weakness, and we're not weak, but we're telling ourselves if we're crying about it, we cry, we're weak, you're a little pansy little bitch, and we don't like that one, so we shove it inside, but at the end of the day, a lot of it is called to we need to talk to somebody. But the thing is, who do we talk to? Who can we really express ourselves and figure things out? Who can we go to? And exactly.
Different for
And this
everyone.
is so it's going to be hard. And at the end of it, when you really look at it, communication in a relationship, communications between buddies, communications between anything, communication is the biggest fucking thing that you can honestly do. Even though you might not want to talk about things, even though you might not want to express things, communication is such a humongous thing, because if you don't talk to anybody, how the fuck is anybody going to know what's going on with you? How the fuck is last time I checked, there's no fucking superheroes in this motherfucker. As long as I don't care how strong you are, I don't care how fast you are. There's not. Yeah, I appreciate the follow, little Rolo.
Oh, little Rolo, huh?
Little Rolo coming in with the follow.
Hey!
Yeah.
But there might be some superheroes
Junior.
coming after these vaccines. I
Hey,
just
let's go.
wanted to say that.
Hey, I'm waiting for
That's-
it. I'm
That's
waiting to
Junior right there.
I got mine. Hopefully, I'll transform soon.
Well,
you
you're the
talking
one
about?
you're the one doing this interview under your daughter's bunk bed. So
see
I just thought about that a
Hey.
minute ago.
Fun Police is a superhero. Didn't you see him the other day?
We're here, Sucker.
He's Deadpool.
What?
I watched
You
him
see
playing in a Deadpool mask.
Oh,
He's
there
got
you go.
the-
That's freaking
swords.
out. I see the swords, but a lot of people.
Really?
A lot of people end up coming out and not knowing where to start. Because whenever anybody so I'm gonna go real deep and I'm gonna end up saying I fucking love that mask. That's fucking great. I got
Here, yeah.
this guy, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, for us with the communication, right? For us, it's this gaming thing for me.
Home of yeah.
I talk to my wife; she understands everything I've been to. But there's talking to someone that's never done it, and there's talking to someone that's done it, right?
Yeah.
And I need to talk to people that have done it. Shit.
Yep.
Some of the times I look at myself in the fucking mirror and I talk to myself. Makes me feel better.
And here I was
No
I
joke.
wanted to hit on I hit earlier and said that the brain is such a powerful and such a stupid thing, and I'm going to hit on that one. But the communication, right? So we have the communication going on. We don't know what to do. We don't know who to talk to. We don't know how to talk to. And sometimes you don't really need to talk. You need to act. You need to come out and just express yourself in so many ways. It could be shooting, it could be fighting, it could be yelling, it could just be playing video games, and it's one of those things that communication slowly comes out. Like little by little, things start to leak out, and you're able to express yourself. And I'm gonna hit on the word and I hate to really think about it. It's just the suicide, right? So when the people that get into that, and again, I can only speak for myself. I'm going to speak out for my own experiences in life. Suicide is one of those things that you never want. You don't want it. It's one of those things that it just doesn't happen. It doesn't be like, oh, I'm angry, I'm done. It has been built up and built up and built up from so many pushing it down and pushing it down and pushing it down, and you just don't, like, it's gotten to the point that it's just spewing out your mouth, and you just don't know what to do. You don't know where to go anymore. You don't know what to say anymore. You don't know how to react anymore. You just as lost as can be. Your mind is gone. You don't know. So when it comes to the end of suicide, a lot of people that don't realize it, people that commit suicide always look for help. They always look for help. It might be subtle things. It might be random phone calls in the middle of the night to their battle buddy. It might be just like showing up out of nowhere. It might be selling some things out of nowhere. It's one of those things that it's not, unfortunately, talked about enough for people to realize or notice the issues. Like, people don't really realize, they don't know what to look for because it's not talked about enough. And the shit is that we're losing 22 soldiers minimum a month, right? Is it
A day.
a day?
Hey,
22 a day.
22 a day, right?
I
And-
don't even think it's just so much not want to talk about it. People are afraid, dude. How do I ask this?
No,
I
it's not the
what if-
people. It's not the people. It's researchers, right? It's people that want to do the help. It's people that want to get into the program and try to help these 22 a day. It's trying to help these 22 these families of these 22 a day. Nobody's stepping up, and I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about the people that can actually make a difference like this. Nobody's actually going up there and talking about, look for these signs. Is this person doing this one randomly? Is this person going out and doing this one all of a sudden? Are they saying these things? Are they giving you these phone calls? Because a lot of the time, anybody that says, be like, man, they called me. Something was weird, and they just hung up, and I didn't think it was anything because we built up to that part that it's almost normal. You know, oh, he's just in a bad mood. He'll be all right tomorrow. And it becomes that one. It becomes almost a normal thing, but people don't really know what to look for or how to really be like, hey, oh shit, he needed help. So a lot of times that I talk to people, I tell them, hey, if somebody gives you a call, I don't give a shit what time of day it is, pick up the phone. Is everything all right? Everything's good? How you doing? Not, hey, I'm busy. The last thing you want to tell somebody is be like, hey, I'm busy right now. Can I call you back? And hang up, because the person that's really to that point of no return, they'd be like, yeah, that's all right. Just call me back. It's fine. They hang up because they're calm right now. they're to the point that they're completely exhausted. They don't know what to do. There's lost as can be. So that phone call be like, hey, everything good with you? How's everything going? What's up? What's going on? Because your day is never more important than somebody's life. I don't give a shit what you're doing. There's nobody more important than somebody else's life. Because that one little phone call, hey, how's it going? Hey, we got to meet up today. You want to meet up for lunch or something like that one? Or right after this one, to meet, blah, 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 blah. Let them express themselves, because if they're calling people, if people are calling somebody, that phone call could save a life. It really can. But the thing is, people aren't educated enough to know about it. Like back in the day, shell shock, right? Shell shock is another word for PTSD. Nobody knew what the fuck shell shock was. The fuck is shell shock? You know, it didn't come around until PTSD and the education of PTSD didn't come out, or I think it's PTS now. PTS now, yeah.
They took the disorder off of it.
Yeah, they took the disorder off of it. So we're in what? That came out in early 2000s? We've been in war since fucking forever, you know? So no, I'm talking about wars, different types of wars, and all these people. So
for years.
So we are just starting to learn it. The fact that we are just starting to learn it is where this world has failed. Because it's like, this is the thing, it was never communication, it's never anybody really talking about it. And that's the same thing with the whole suicide part of it. Nobody's really talking about it. Nobody's really finding ways that we can make things better. And finding and telling people, it's like, hey, look for these signs. Like spouses, I believe the military should take spouses in. Especially for military personnel that have gone to war, that has been in certain situations. They should be classes. Like, hey, this is what we can do. They need to bring in more couple. I don't want to say couple therapy, but couple rebuilding and communication. It's just shops. It's just something to bring that back together. Because and bringing couples who learn it. Because, hey, like for me, they just took me. They pulled the fucking grenade. They threw it into my household, and it was like, hey, you deal with it now. And my wife's like fumbling it like hot potato and don't know what the fuck to do. I've been out since 2011. Here we are 10 years later. My wife is still learning, but she has learned. 10 years of learning of how to juggle this emotional, grenade that's about to explode and has exploded. And, you know, it's one of those explode. Hey, we're coming back together. We're about to explode again. But the shit is, this is why I absolutely love this. This is why I love this. Because at the end of the day, this right here, this fucking 4, 5, 6, 7, plus God knows how many, this is where we're going to learn how to deal with it. This is just a stepping stone on how we could get out there and learn and teach people what to do. Teach people how to deal with things. And again, we're not fucking doctors. We're just fuckers that been through it. And speaking for ourselves, and this is where we need to end up bringing. Because some, like I said it last podcast, it's like being in church. You never know that has to deal with you until you hear it. Be like, oh, fuck. I'm dealing with the same thing. I got to listen. And just talking about things is going to help. Dealing with these things and knowing that you're never by yourself. And knowing you are never by yourself. And
like you were saying, you got out 2011. I did too. When you transitioned out, did you have to go? I had to go sit in a classroom for like an hour. And then he said, hey, you're getting out of the Army. Here's some options for you. All right, have a good life. That was it.
I didn't even get that. I didn't even get that slap in the ass.
That was the dude's coming out of WTU.
If you have any questions, go to your local VA.
Well, didn't you do separation ship?
That's what I'm saying. The guys that get taken care of are the WTU dudes, the dudes that have been sent down, and a lot of that, sadly enough, especially up here at Knox, it for a while it was 3-1 dudes that I was dealing with and taking care of, and then it became to the point that it was guys coming out of Camp Atterbury on the
Rolo, I'm
that
sorry, I
just didn't
just
want
read
to
it.
deploy, like guys skipping
Yeah,
deployment because he had a trigger finger
takes a
in his
person.
pinky, and I mean it was
It
just
takes a
weird
person
stuff.
just to
But
kind of
they
realize
got
it to
taken
make
care
a
of. They
difference
get
for somebody.
massive classes
only takes
on transitioning out,
a
but
simple
even the
word
shit
just
that they
to
get
open
does
the
not
door.
freaking prep you. It's life. You can't prep for it. I mean,
Well, and
I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
tell you, Kenny's mental health probably started about the same way mine did. Got out, and I mean, you'd had it the whole time. And Brad, you're probably the same way. And you've had it the whole time. You know, the horrors of war, like we were talking about. You flip that switch. I'd start fights before we deployed. Get my wife mad as hell. Just we're not talking to each other. I mean, she wouldn't. Month into Kuwait, you know, while you're staging to go north, and I still ain't called home, and she ain't mad because I done pissed her off. So that's me turning the emotional switch off. I don't have it anymore. This deployment will be fine. Freaking doing what I have to do and then coming home. Well, you can turn that thing off and on so much, but the problem is that the more off that it gets flipped, the easier it flips into off when you try to have emotions. It kind of turns itself on
Because
like,
it's easy.
Exactly.
It's easy to
Hey,
fucking
real
piss off
quick.
somebody.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, real quick, do you guys mind if I stream this?
Nah,
We
I'm
all are.
streaming
Go
it.
for it.
Awesome.
Bro,
Yeah,
the
we're all
more
streaming it, man.
the more
I just wanted to ask. This is your guys' show. I didn't want to intrude or
No,
anything.
stream
No,
it.
No,
the
the
stream
more
it.
people we can touch, the better.
hey.
Oh, wait, yeah, hey.
The more people we can open their ears and have them learn is better. Not the more people we can touch, because the more people
We're
we can
not
touch.
Catholic priests.
No, jeez.
I want to touch everybody.
Now back to kind of what you were saying earlier, though, about like transitioning. I believe that there should be more, a lot more in the transitioning part. When I got out, I had 90 days left in the Army. Army didn't give two fucks about me anymore. They wanted me to get my paperwork so they could get my ass the hell out.
Yeah, but the problem is for me, I didn't give a fuck. I was just giving my shit and I want to get out.
Oh yeah, I was the same way. I was done with it. I wanted out. But
You don't
I
realize
think
what you
that they
need
could
at the time.
go.
No.
I think they could go a lot deeper into mental health. And I mean, they do. They do actually have some classes and shit now centered around mental health.
Okay.
But they need to do it just like we were talking about. They need to do classes to maybe kind of help identify signs and symptoms. Now, that's not every case.
I agree.
In fact,
I
like
agree.
Philbillies, the reason that we're on this thing, really no signs or symptoms. I've known a couple of people that have committed it. Same thing. Really no signs or symptoms. They come into work, they hang out with the same people, they talk to everybody, and it wasn't like, they went around and did one little last goodbye or hoorah or anything like that. Just one day they didn't come into work, somebody went and checked on them, they're like, this is what happened. And it's very crushing because, I'm sure that Philbilly's feeling the same way, being close with somebody like that. If you don't see those signs or symptoms, it's crushing to you because, you always second guess it. You try to armchair it. You sit there and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe that I missed this. And you start replaying the conversations you had or the last time you've seen them or whatever. And you're like, what little thing did I maybe miss that could save this person?
Exactly. Yeah.
And
I was outside
the sad part is
smoking
not
last
every time
Sunday.
there is that.
You guys
Oh, go
know
ahead.
what's gonna take to get the for just a second, almost veteran mental health taken care of, right? They're gonna have to stop putting civilians in there, and I hate to say that.
True.
We need our brothers and sisters to start stepping up because that's some of my issue. It's like, well, you just need to stop overthinking things. Damn it! Do you realize that's exactly what I'm trained to do for years? It's pounded into my skull. Overthink everything. Think about any contingency plan you can so that you can beat it. Well, you need to turn it off.
Okay,
we
yeah,
should do
Once
it.
again,
I'm on it.
yeah,
I'm on it.
my light switches are fucking broken. In case you haven't.
So
figured this out.
little Rolo is talking about there's SFL, right? Soldier for Life Transition. I got it that they're trying to help you, right? They're trying to help the military personnel, right? But again, one of the biggest things, we hide things, we shove things down.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
not going to express things. Great, we I could go out, I could do groceries, I could do the streaming stuff, and a lot of people looking at me be like, Kenny's never fucking upset, he's never angry, he's a fucking go happy, funny, loving fucking character kind of guy. Yeah, because this is my release area. Streaming is
outlet.
my outlet. This is where I go to fucking let go. But
What I do.
where the military is messing up, and it's not the soldier that they have to help, really. Well, it is. It is. Let me rephrase this one. It's not yeah, okay. It's not that the soldier that they have to help completely. It's just the soldier's not the whole thing. Soldier's only just a little part of it.
No,
It-
you're very right.
it's-
Wife and kids, definitely.
That's where the military need to bring in the wife and kids. Bring in the wife, because you really don't want to put the kids, unless they're a little bit older. You don't want to put the kids through that stuff. It's like, it's kind of mentally jacked up in a way. So you have to
gotta
bring.
share the burden.
It's not even really sharing the burden.
Slightly.
Where it is, it's just, if you bring in the spouse, right? The spouse is going to open their mouth real quick, fast, and in a hurry, because they don't want to deal with that shit. So they'll be like, yes,
That's
this.
how I finally got all my shit handled. Is I let my
Yeah, but-
wife start talking. He clears the house naked. Yes. Loaded gun.
When you
Yes.
put it that way, when you put it that way, it kind of puts the other party in a sense of, okay, well, if she doesn't want to hear it, then I'm just gonna bury it even deeper. But no, I feel like if they bring in the spouse and they can communicate and try and find common ground, that's where the whole sharing the burden thing comes into play. It's not necessarily sharing the
Wicked, I'm
burden,
never upset.
but it's like, look, you understand where I'm coming from. I understand where you're coming from. Let's find common ground. You get what I'm saying?
It's not like ratting your spouse out. It's be like, no, she's complaining about you with all this other stuff. It's where bringing the spouse in to find out more about you.
That's what I'm getting
on
at.
your
Them for
transition,
dealing
right?
with you.
Because then they have the professionals. They have the professionals out there be like, okay, so they didn't tell us.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, the professionals. He didn't tell us, or they didn't tell us that they're waking up in the middle of the night screaming, fighting nothing. They didn't tell us that. But the wife
Mama
told
gonna tell everything.
right? The wife said that. It's not that she's having an issue with it, right? Well, it is an issue. It is an issue, but she's not having the issue. But she mentioned it. The spouse mentioned it. But yeah, he does this. Yes, he all of a sudden just wakes up in the middle of the night screaming and fighting nothing. Yes, he all of a sudden just takes off out of nowhere. Yes, he does have those outbreaks. It's not that she's having an issue with it, but those are the things that are coming up. And then that's where the professionals come out and be like, they'll cater to that part of the soldier, the military personnel, and they're helping the wife be like, okay, these situations, these are some ideas that you can do to help out the military personnel. And then on the opposite side, right? On the opposite side, they're also they're finding more information about that military personnel and be like, oh, okay, hey, if you're having these kind of problems, let's try to do this instead. Let's try to get you there. But they're not doing that. They're just be like, hey, you good? Hey, I'm fucking good. Let's go. Boom.
The other unfortunate part still is, though, is it still goes back to is you have to get that leadership out of there that doesn't think that mental health is
That's the
something that degrades your combat effectiveness, because it does. I mean, all 7 of us here can sit here and say, oh, we were good when we were deployed, this, that, or the other. But all it took was one thing to happen at home, or something that even happened there that could throw you off mentally. And now 15 years later, we can all look back and be like, yeah, mental health is a huge thing. If your mental health's not right, you're not right either. And until they get leadership in place that actually checks on mental health,
No, that's never
or
gonna happen.
or
See,
other
it'll never
crusty
happen.
veterans.
Granted, I didn't
That's
do
it.
anything.
Rusty veterans need to be the ones that are pushing. Hey, it's a fucking stigmata. Kill it. It's a stigma. It
Yeah.
doesn't mean he's a piece of shit. It means this dude needs to be free bore sighted so he can be put back out on the range to be combat effective again.
No, the problem
I
with the
didn't
whole
go through much.
situation.
Sorry, not this
I
guy.
didn't go
Like,
through much overseas, but probably a month after I left the state, my wife at the time started cheating on me. So, I had that to deal with. I mean, we were boots on ground on July 4th. I was divorced on September 19th, So I had that to deal with the whole time. Granted, they brought me in the office. They said, "Hey, are you good?" "Yeah, I'm good." But then I'd wake my
Fucked
squad
up.
leader up at 3 o'clock in the fucking morning and be like, "Dude, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm, flipping out because I'm losing my wife, who I thought was, my soulmate. So there were times where, I'd wake up in the middle of the night, But my release at that time was Skype and different girls that wanted to show
you're-
off their hoo ha. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
The
I just went back
problem
to
with
the stable.
the problem with the whole thing is that we're never gonna solve, right? Is the time between wars, right? You have World War One, World War Two, Vietnam, all that other shit. You have fucking Desert Storm, and you have Iraqi freedom, right? So what's gonna
right?
happen is you're gonna go to war. They're gonna say, "Oh fuck, we need to change the situation." Right? We're gonna come up with all this stuff like Little Rolo said. We're gonna have the transition for life or whatever that fucking bullshit is. Right? Then it's gonna be forgotten. Then it's gonna go back to regular fucking army. That's your job. Then there's gonna be a fucking war. Then they're gonna be like, oh well, there's a fucking problem. Then the war's gonna go away. Then there's not gonna be a problem, right? What we need to do now is in between wars, and the military can't do this shit as we need to as brothers and sisters and veterans. We need to put the word out there that hey, while the army's transitioning to not give a fuck about mental problems because there ain't none, right? We need to be and take care of each other because the army's just going to go up and down what its priority is. When war's over, the soldier's not a priority.
No.
Right.
When war's in place, that's a priority.
So this
So
is
the whole
where
thing is
the VFW, those clubs that they have, I think they need a reamp on what's going on in there. I've been into a VW. I tried it out. I was like, maybe I'll check out a place that there's people that been through the same thing and done the same thing. Just old chaps. But it's always old people. Well, for where I'm at, it's always really old people that they really can't relate because every war there's a different type of psychological damage that it does. But at the end of the day, it's all the same thing. But there's a way that the only way that we're able to fix things is by opening our mouths and trying to do something. Like you guys stepped up and you guys are getting it's not sponsored, but you've been noticed by bigger organizations. You've been
trying to get noticed.
Right.
We actually started a
Even
nonprofit.
bigger.
right.
On them
We
by the
started a nonprofit
news.
and everything.
So the more we open our mouths, the more we stupid. The more we open our mouths, the more we show things, the more we're able to solve problems within ourselves, the more things we can do to be like, yo, look at this. This is what we've done. This is what a bunch of broken ass old guys have done. Why can't you? We don't have no money. We don't have nothing but our mouths and our passion to do things. Let's keep it going. With your help, we could make this even bigger. With your help, we could open up not little, but buildings. That's not just a VFW, but a place that everybody like. My dream has to open up because there's so much land out here. My dream is to open up a fucking complex of an area that soldiers, military personnel could come in and use the computer if you need to. Go fishing if you want to. Like open up a big pond. Go hunting. Go horseback ride. It's like it's ginormous. It's a fucking humongous thing because in my
Dude,
area.
I'm gonna turn you on to a guy here when we get done with this.
Please do.
That if you want to do that, all three of us know him. Me, Daniel, and Brad, Chris Dorsey.
Oh yeah.
That's the shit he does right now with the farm and stuff. He's in Georgia, North Georgia. I'll hook you up.
Because
with
it
Red Wolf
needs
Farms.
it needs to
Like
be it needs to be
farm.
it needs to be opened up. It needs to be opened up. Because military personnel don't know. It's like we want to do. If you've been in the military, you want to do manly things. I don't give a shit if you're men or women. You want to go out there and you want to be rugged.
Shit.
You want to be rugged. You want to go. It makes you feel good.
I don't know about you, but manly thing, I want to go sit in my pool with a thong and drink a beer.
Hey, and just you putting on a thong is manly as shit.
Like it.
But the fact is, there's not a lot of that around, and a lot of people, a lot of military personnel, a lot of veterans, they get stuck at home. They get stuck at home and doing
I'm very
shit.
much a homebody.
That goes to your point, though, right? Is the communication. There's all these things out here, like we're trying to do at DBC. Is the gaming, right? You want to build a farm, you want to build land, you want to do all that. It's
Thanks,
trying to
Bill
get
Billy.
these guys. Trying to get these guys out of their shell to come communicate with us and actually give it a shot.
But the thing is,
I'm gonna say something that's gonna be bad.
wait, before you say something back, give me a second. With that one, once we get the word out there, we can go find these people. Who are we pointing at? I'm right here.
They're touching tips.
Oh.
We're touching tip. No, I was gonna say.
you'll be
Fun
my
Police
tip right
had-
there.
Oh, Fun Police had something that he was gonna say earlier too.
But
I was trying to
it's like right,
touch him.
right there. That's not we're touching tips over here. But a lot of the time people don't know it. People don't know it because it's closed mouth. It's not advertised. They'll advertise this, that, and the other, but they won't advertise that. Hey, veterans, did you know you could do this and this and this and this and there's a place over here that you can go and it's for free or for a very low cost? When do you ever hear that shit? You don't ever hear that shit unless you're finding if you know people, and that's the great thing about these podcasts because it's open like Fun Police. He wanted to stream it. Guess what? Now he's opening ears that I couldn't get to, and whoever else is streaming, you're opening ears that I couldn't get to, or the changes that we can't. Because guess what? You might be streaming to somebody that might have the opportunity or the land or the money to be able to do that, or somebody might know somebody that might know somebody. So if it's not talked about, it's never going to end up happening. And that's what we need to get to. We need to talk about it. At the end of the day, your mouth has to be open, and you need to find somebody to talk to. And unfortunately, we're going to hear something bad from Dom.
Well, it's not bad, and it's my way of paraphrasing it, and it's the way I feel about it. Because honestly, on the civilian, once you come out and transition to the civilian world, the mental health is really not there anymore. They don't care about it as much.
No.
It's more of a here, take these meds. So my outlook on this whole thing, like with the DBC thing, you don't want to take care of us, help take care of me, fine, fuck you, I'll take care of us. I got this. I'll shoulder it again. I love doing it, and that's why I say it's bad, because I'm gonna curse. But I mean, fuck them. Don't take care of us. I don't need you to take care of me. We got this. See that sister over there? I got her. You see that brother over here? I got him. I got this shit. I don't need you.
And that's where, at the end of the day, that's where we need to stay tight with each other. I don't give a shit if it's like you guys say it all the time. I don't care what time it is. We're always here. Send it. We're going to get you the help. There needs to be more help towards transitioning military personnel to civilian. There needs to be. They need to find the right way, and they need to get out of a book. They need to get out of the book and try to do it alphabetical, because A is not working for me. We need to go to H for to help me out, and they need to find. They need to customize help for each other. They need to find something that's not orthodox in a way, because the minute you get into a book and try to find what works in a book, you're gonna lose that one. I want to feel like you want to help me. I don't want to feel like you opened up a book, be like, so is this
When's my payday?
yeah
It's the perp.
is this
Sergeant Fun Police have something to say?
Yeah. What'd you have?
Oh.
Raise your hand next
Well,
time.
kind of backtrack a little bit about the whole bringing the wife into the VA and stuff when you were talking about that. So I did that, and I understand where you're going for with it. I think it's great, and in my case, it didn't work out.
Okay.
My ex-wife, it pushed my ex-wife away from me, basically.
Really?
It became
That
too much
sucks.
for her. So, and that's not just part of the reason why she, I mean, there's other reasons, but I mean, it was a big factor in it. So
See, that's the scary part about it. I completely understand that one because, just like the military, like I said it earlier, some people could go to war, and it's another day for them. Some people could go to war and they fold like a wet noodle and it's over. Some spouses could deal with it. Some spouses is they're your backbone, they're your rock, they're the thing that's going to hold you down, and some just can't do it. And it's like their easiest things like I'm out. I can't. I just can't. And unfortunately that happens, and it fucking sucks.
It
balls.
sucks.
It sucks.
yeah, and then the other thing too, kind of a little bit backtrack too. When I got out, I didn't realize I was a
What's up,
problem
pizza?
till almost 2 years later, and the only reason it was brought to my attention was because my ex-wife's father
You are completely
was a
correct.
command sergeant
Bubbles.
major,
Completely correct.
and he was over.
I can't
think it
tell
was
you
like
how many
Thanksgiving
times that
dinner or
I wanted to
something.
join back into
He's
the
like,
military.
"Hey, do you mind if we go outside
I wanted
and
to
have a
join
talk?"
back
And I'm
into the
like,
military. God
"Okay,
knows how many
sure.
times.
You know, what's up?" And he's like, "I think you need to go to the VA," and I'm like, "For what?" And he's like, "I think you have like PTSD and stuff," and I was like, "Nah."
Go fuck yourself.
And it took him. He took me, came picked me up. He lied to me, basically. Came picked me up, said we were going out to lunch one time, and took me to the VA to get me to go in there.
You have lunch?
So, no.
Son of a
No.
bitch.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure because I'm hungry all the time.
Well, no, I mean, even on that subject, same thing for me. I didn't start receiving any type of benefits from the VA until like 2015, so like 7 years ago. I had already been out of the Army, like active duty, since 2006, because for the longest time I refused to admit that I had any type of problem.
And that's who we
for
are.
a long time I said, PTSD was nothing more than a mental crutch for a long time, until eventually my loving wife convinced me that I needed to go and seek some help, because just like everybody, I had some issues. I finally started going and actually started realizing more and more of actually what it was, and that it wasn't a crutch, that it was an actual legit thing. And for so many years, I used to talk so much smack and be like, oh, PTSD is for the weak-minded. I know that's bullshit now. It's a mental crutch. People use it, for manipulation. Whether they're trying to manipulate money or they're trying to manipulate getting out. No, that's all bullshit. PTSD is a real thing.
Oh yeah.
And it took me, almost 10 years to figure it out myself.
Can I ask you a question on that real quick, Brad? And
What's up?
it'll probably tie what I was tying with me and Kenny together. What did you do right after the Army?
What do you mean?
You stayed National Guard, right?
Oh yeah,
For a little
that
while?
ruined me. Yeah, that wrecked me.
And then you did law enforcement, and then
Yeah.
you did contracting.
Yep.
When did you start noticing your PTSD?
Oh, see, it
Was
wasn't
it
until
after the
I was
contracting
done.
was done?
Yeah. Yeah,
That's when
because
you lost
guard,
your identity.
there was still in the
Your
guard there were
purpose.
still some combat vets.
Your purpose, your identity was gone.
Police
what-
officers.
that was my
We
first
always had
attempt.
our back.
Mhm.
Then whenever I got into contracting, I was right back over in Iraq again.
DB.
Reliving the same thing that we had all done
Mhm.
when we were all together. And it wasn't until after that, whenever I blew my knee out and I had to come home and have surgery, and then that's when it really started getting bad,
Mhm.
because I was
You
stuck at
slowed
home for
down.
11 months, just me and my thoughts and my dog.
But what?
And that was
Yep.
when it started really kind of kicking in and began to kick my ass.
What phone
Because
police?
the identity was gone.
What Fun Police was talking about, it took somebody to drag his ass over to try to help him, and that guy that dragged him, that's us. That's us realizing
that
that
needs
there's
to
a
be us.
problem. That there's a problem. It's
I'm
our
giving you
response.
love.
It's our responsibility. because we know, even though me, just sitting here knowing that I could probably say at least 85 to 95% of us get a satisfaction on helping people. We enjoy it. Like, it helps us to help other people, and to
Hell
make
yeah.
like helping them is actually really helping us at the same time. And now, like, doing this one, that's why I say this is it people hear this one. It's like, now, like, people don't know, it's not talked about. It's like suicide is not talked about, all this other stuff is not talked about, and but we're talking about it, we're spreading that word on things, on how we can do this one. And at the end of the day, grab your buddy, give him a call. You haven't talked to him? Why haven't you talked to him? Because the last time I checked, it takes just a few seconds to pick up this damn phone, call him, text him, be like, yo, what up? And that's it. They might not be going through some shit, or
Hey,
they might, or they might.
I
be
don't
going
know
through some
how big
shit.
in the country you guys are. That song, I'm glad you called. That puts it all into perspective. You
But
ever listen to the lyrics of that song? You know, it could take a few seconds of your day, but the person on the other end of the line, you could have just saved their fucking life.
You saved their
You know
life.
what I'm saying?
Then that's
Wait.
why I said, if somebody calls you out of the blue,
No,
you're like,
you ain't in the
damn,
middle of shit.
this person never calls me. You know.
We have a brother that's been going through some shit, right? Since we've been out, and literally posted the other day that the reason why he feels like he is just now getting his life together is because he wants to be able to play games with us.
yeah,
He's gone through a lot of shit, been through hell and back, and just trying to straighten his ass out. And his big thing right now is the reason why this one's gonna work out this time is because he found us again and wants to come play with us.
And it's something. It's always something. It just, your life isn't that important not to pick up a phone for somebody else and be like, hey, what's going on? I don't give a shit who
Well,
you are. I don't give a
just
shit
like
who you
our
are.
motto that Dirk kind of coined. If we can make 22 a day, 21.9,
Bro.
we've done something.
You're
We
making
don't
a
want
movement. It's
we don't
progress.
want to be famous. We want the cause to be famous.
Exactly. We want to get the whole N22 thing really out there and let people know, like, I met Phil Billy. Well, we all met Phil Billy through this. Dome introduced
gosh.
CK to us through all of this.
Yeah, we coached
met
football
you
together.
through all of this. What connected us with Sergeant Fun Police is I just seen some dude that had a Stetson on a skull wearing a bandana on Facebook, and I'm like, that's another scout. I got to talk to this guy. you know,
I heard
And-
about it on politics radio.
yeah. And I think that we're a good base to really start pushing for the
Yep.
N22, the mental health, like you said. Call your buddy. I know none of us think about it. We're all human beings. I talk to Dirk on the phone and I talk to my wife on the phone. That's about it.
Another
I
another
do.
good thing to do too that I've done, that I've seen that helps. I have a couple buddies and I've actually offered to take them to the VA just because what my father-in-law did to me, and it helped me a little bit, you know what I mean? So I've offered and I've taken a couple guys and gone with them to their appointments, sat there with them.
That's fucking awesome.
Even though I hate the VA myself, I hate it with a passion. So, I mean, the last time I was there, the psychiatrist was like, "Oh, you need to take this medication." And I told her, "No, I don't like taking it because it makes me feel weird." And she's like, "Well, you don't know how to feel right." I was like,
And
Wow.
that's the reason why
Wow.
there's 22 a day. Shit
Yep.
like that.
That's
I can't
why
wait
I
till
think
I make
that,
my title in 21.
But
I think that's why having more veterans involved in the mental health would be better, because if it was one of us, and I'm pretty sure all of us can say, if it's another veteran and you're talking,
it
you can
is,
talk
Jay.
shit back and forth
Unfortunately,
kinda
it
like
really
that.
is.
Oh yeah.
Not so much that you don't know how to feel.
Right.
You ain't
Because
going to
most
you
veterans.
ain't,
Go ahead.
you ain't going to AA to a bunch of sober fucks. I'll tell
Yeah,
you
exactly.
that.
I mean, we're not gonna say some shit like that, but you'll also understand that the person you're talking to has at least shared a common experience. they themselves have either already been in the military or even been a combat vet or something. So you have automatically a shared experience. My wife says it
I'll
all
be
the
right
time,
back.
just meeting random people. I don't really talk whenever we go out, but if I find somebody else that's a vet, it's a completely different story. So now imagine if your therapist was like that. I've had to go in and talk to therapists before that were like fresh out of college. Hated that shit. Absolutely hated it because I'm like, what life experience are you bringing to try to help me? So, I believe that. I mean, I'm way too old to go back to college, but I believe that there could
you're
also
not.
be a movement.
No, you're not.
I'm too. Okay, let me rephrase that. I'm too stupid.
No, get your
Hey.
GED first.
Can I do the test with color crayons?
Yes, you can.
Right?
As
Another
long
thing
as you
too.
don't eat
Another
them.
thing too. I think is a good thing is the surrounding yourself with like-minded people too.
Oh yeah.
And when I'm saying that, I'm not talking about other veterans. So, for example, my wife, my current wife now, she used to work at the VA hospital. So she knows all that stuff. Like, I didn't have to explain nothing to her, and it's great. Like, if I have a nightmare or something, you know what I mean, or whatever, she's there to help, and I don't know, it's like a bonus, I guess, for me.
All right.
My bonus
No,
is Dome
it's-
still wearing the shitty field lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
I
smoking
Man.
jacket. I love that.
This
I
is
love the
this
smoking jacket.
is not
Dirk,
the one
what
that
are
I
you
had in Iraq.
drinking?
This is the
Well,
one
hey,
that
I appreciate
that
it.
I kept through deployment.
Wicked. Oh
And it's the
shit,
one that's got shrapnel
Kevin
holes
with
from
the
being
10
blown up
fucking
freaking on
gifted,
IED
bro.
strikes and shit.
Bro,
So
you
they
reached
feel
my
locked.
fucking
I'm
goal
like,
for the
"Hey,
day. I
let go of that.
appreciate
That's
you,
a
Kev.
memory."
Let's go.
I couldn't
Wicked.
hear
Thank
you,
you, thank you,
Philbilly.
thank you.
Sorry.
I asked, what are you drinking, Dirk?
What?
He drinking that Truly.
Sink water.
Is that what that is? In a big
Yeah.
stein like that?
Yeah.
I was getting excited to go get my stein, but I was like,
Have
is
you
that
seen
like
the size of them hands and these hands?
He's got to feel manly somehow.
I
He's
love
drinking
you,
kosher
Kevin.
beer.
Exactly.
My problem is that I can't drink fucking this shit fast enough. Like my drinking comes down to 1 12-pack, and it's like I'm not too drunk, I'm not too sober, I'm enjoying myself, so it's got to be the whole 12-pack. And if
I
I'm
need
only
one of
gaming for
those.
2.5,
I kept that for my deployment.
there you go.
I need
If
one
I'm
of
drinking
those.
for
I have plates and everything.
and a 2-hour
Hey, no.
stream, I need to put down a 12-pack. It's got to go in a mug.
All right,
Oh, yeah.
so check this out. Like earlier in this cast, I was saying that your brain is such a strong stupid thing, right? So
Mine's pretty smart.
no, it's stupid as fuck.
No, it's pretty smart.
You're drinking Truly is stupid as fuck. So
Titties.
Uh,
All of the
It's gonna
titties.
come out eventually.
Oh yeah,
The only
baby. Oh
fucking
baby.
lie
Oh
is
baby.
making
Oh
chili
baby.
guy.
Kevin, appreciate the biddies. What I'm trying to say is just it's such a strong thing because it can make a habit like this, and the habit that we end up doing coming out of the military is beating ourselves up and worrying about everything else. It creates a habit, but also doing the same thing, it works different in different other aspects. One of the best advices that I've gotten from a therapist was smile. As much as you might not like, you might not find a reason why the fucking right. What do I need to smile about? Oh, you got a house. You got a no. Really emotionally, what do you have to smile about? Everything fucking sucks. But the fact that when you see yourself and you look at yourself and you smile, endorphins happen in your brain, and something ends up happening. Your brain sees you smiling, somebody else is smiling. It's like, hey, we're happy. I think we're happy, and things start to happen, and your brain starts tricking yourself. Fake it till you make it. I know we all fucking heard it. It starts tricking yourself, and you end up doing it. Whenever you smile at somebody, even if they have that fuck off face on there, you smile at them. What do? They smile back. It just
I give everybody the I farted face.
But-
And
Well,
that makes them smile, then that makes me smile.
But the fact is that, like, if you smile at somebody, what if you can't look at yourself? If you can't look at yourself, just continue smiling at somebody else. Smile at your kids. Smile at the next person that you talk to. FaceTime somebody. And I got to catch up on some of these things. I'm sorry. Smile. I don't give a shit what you do. I don't give a shit how tough you are. I don't give a shit how angry you are. Smile. Smile. Smiling is fucking contagious. It really is. It really is. So anybody that's listening and you're having a fucking bad day, I promise you, you look in your rearview mirror, you can see yourself. I don't like to smile. I don't give a shit, country girl. Smile anyways. You don't have to like it. Just smile. You see yourself in the mirror, smile. You see somebody. You don't have to smile like that. Just give them that little I farted look and you just smile.
Hey,
But just the fact that
So-
I'll let you go real quick. It's just the fact that it's a chemical reaction. It really is. It's just getting real scientific. Like it's a chemical reaction. It sends out endorphins. You end up feeling happy for yourself. Somebody in chat was talking about out of sight, out of mind, and that happens way too fucking much. It really does, and that's why you have to create your habits. Create your habits that you are calling a battle buddy. Create your habits that you are checking up on your on. If it's not like how many friends, how many battle buddies do you have on yourself on your phones? If it's not one or two, then make more. Reach out, because that person, you might make that person feel good. Guess what? That person is going to make somebody else feel good because you made them feel good, and you're going to bring that endorphins out there, and they'll be like, hey, I need to call my battle buddy again. I need to call them. And you need to find that it's a domino reaction. You have to do it. And when I say you have to do it, get out of your comfort zone and do something else. Get out of your house. Get out of your house. Go do something. And a lot of our problems is we don't have, and especially now, money's getting fucking hella tight, and we don't have things to be able to do. So that's where those oh shit, I did it fuck again. And that's where a lot of things end up going on that we don't know what to do. So we have to find something to do. And the more we talk about it, the more that information could get passed around. Be like, hey, like I mentioned something. First thing you say, I know somebody. If I didn't mention it, it would have never happened. Guess what? You know somebody. I could get in contact with that person, and we could just keep on going and going and going. You have to get out your comfort zone. You have to. I don't give a shit how hard how sad you feel. You can't close out everybody, because you close out everybody, like you said, Bubbles, everybody's going to end up just stop calling you. But you have to just pick up the phone and just suck it up sometimes and be like, enjoy it, because who knows, you might go somewhere and actually enjoy yourself. You never know. You just have to do it. And trust me, I guarantee you probably like 85% of these guys just rather be at home by themselves. And it's not good. You start to smell.
I mean, yeah, like you're saying, when Dome hit me up one day, I've known Dome for quite a while. We coached football together and everything. He hit me up one day, was like, hey, let's do this. We got a bunch of guys here I stream with, we play games with, let's do it. My first time, I didn't know these guys. I never heard of them. And, I did it, and then we did it the next week, and then the next week, and now I feel like I've known these guys my entire life.
Shit, I called you today.
Yeah.
Who the fuck are you? Yeah, fucking bitch.
Yeah, I mean, I talk to these guys more than I do some of the friends
Jay,
I've had for the last 20
we hit
years.
that one up earlier, yeah.
Yeah, networking, dude, it's important.
Well, and honestly, up until I kind of got back into gaming and everything, I had like one buddy I would talk to on a regular basis, and I still talk to him a fair amount. But now that I've gotten into this and actually have a purpose again behind what our company wants to do and what we're trying to make our mission, I talk to Swerve every day. I talk to Dome and CK every day. Boogie, when Boogie's not having
Vodka.
Yeah, his vodka.
He's got a lot
Phil
going
Billy.
on.
Yeah, he does.
And once again, meeting new people that I'm talking to more and more.
And
Kenny,
DB,
yourself,
that's where
Fun Police. just meeting new
Once you
people.
start
that
getting
we
out of
can
your comfort
talk,
zone
branch out.
and meeting people,
It-
things start to change.
I mean, it's helped me.
You
I'm
met
gonna
me.
tell you right now. You told me a
I
year
know
I
it's
ago.
helped.
promise.
You
If
talk
we're
about
if
people
we're
all the time, I'd
around
be like,
and
fuck
everything
off.
else, we
This
can
ain't
talk to
happening.
each other and
No.
have fun.
Well, just
It
yeah,
Not
just
at all.
like
things
I,
get
like I
good.
said, I coach football with Dome.
Some
I guess
people you
Dome,
could
I
talk
don't know
to,
how.
some
When did you
people
get
you
out?
can't.
I retired out. I went on the list in 2013.
2013. So yeah, your first year coaching football, you were fresh out.
Yeah, I was fresh out.
Dome then.
You seen me lost my
Dome
shit on the
now.
sideline. I'm like,
Yes.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
that's what I'm getting at. Dome now and Dome then are two different, completely people. And Dome may not remember this, but I remember this like it was yesterday. We were
Oh
having
yeah,
a hard
but that
practice. We were
happens
really hard on the kids
a
this
lot.
day.
It really does.
And Dome's son, his oldest, his boy, he was coaching, playing for us, and
And it's one of those
he was
great
having
habits.
hard practice, and
It's the
so his
great
son started
habits,
to
and
break down, and
unfortunately,
then
it's
next thing you know, I see
that
Dome
part's
just laying on
really
top
hard,
of his son.
and you gotta
He's
find
breaking down.
new habits for
They're both in
yourself.
tears.
Like
Just
I want
Dome
to. If I
apologizing
wasn't
for
so
not
damn
being
fat, I
around,
would love to go out
always
surfing
being
more
gone.
and really doing
Just-
things like that one.
Just I never seen that side of Dome ever.
And that's why I say streaming helps out so much.
you can
wouldn't,
cry,
but-
Dome. You can cry.
One time.
It wouldn't, but what? 6 months
No,
ago,
not
I
that
had to
far.
call you, Chris, or I didn't.
Right
I was
there.
too drunk to call you.
It's
My
something like
wife
that.
had to call you
Love you.
because
Oh.
I was in bad
talk to
way,
us?
super bad way.
Gorgeous, just
And
flip 'em out. We
once
might
again,
get
had it
somewhere.
not been for
Okay.
reconnecting with other people like this, it's hard
Damn.
telling where that could have went.
If it
But
hadn't been
when my-
reconnecting with you in 2018, I wouldn't be here right now.
Well, when
I
my
had a
wife
plan
seen
and
me
everything.
in
I was
when
done.
my wife seen me in the shape
Yeah,
that I
but
was in, she's like, "Who
it's
do you
the
want me to call?"
anxiety
I was like,
of
"Call Dome."
being uncomfortable.
She called him and was like, "I don't know what the fuck his
It's the
problem
whole
is,
uncomfortableness.
but here he is."
But the
And I'm
minute you
surprised
start
he could
feeling
he could
comfortable
understand me because I
and
didn't
creating
have
habits to
brr-
go
brr
out
in
there
my
and really
voice.
doing it over
But
and
I
over and
was
over, you
speaking- I wasn't speaking
overcome
even
that
cursing, I was
anxiety.
speaking,
And
like,
I've
Russian.
noticed that myself.
Wing ding.
It
You
really
were
has.
speaking wing ding.
He understood
you
everything
just have
I
to
said,
do it.
got me cooled out, and I passed out shortly thereafter. And I mean, that's what we're all here for. That's what we all should be here for.
See, the SEALs and everybody like Delta and all those Rangers, those guys get the front line and the props for no man left behind. But all honesty, that breaks all the way down to the simplest level of the most, regular hodgepodge friggin' National Guard unit. No man left behind. That's my homie. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna shoulder his weight if I have to, because my brother's going with me.
So
And that's what veteran relationships are all about, and that's what they have to stay.
here's a question. Anxiety, right? Having like anxiety attacks and freaking out during doing new things. How do you guys deal with it?
Oh fuck!
How do
Dude,
I
I
deal with it? So
I
I
hide it.
try and get myself
Yeah.
out of the fucking situation personally.
So you
Exactly.
run. So you run.
I mean,
So you
I
run
don't do
away.
well with anxiety.
I wouldn't say I necessarily run from it. I mean, even my wife knows. We've been married the entire time that I've been in. She
Oh, another
knows
Hey.
that, it. I have certain triggers, and she won't push me into situations like that. If I don't feel like going into that, I won't. If it's something she thinks that I need to do, she'll be right there to hold my hand. So, I mean, ultimately, how I deal with it is having my wife there. She's
Screaming
been
my
my
car.
rock for 22 years. She was my coping skill when I was going through all my PTSD issues.
So in your situation, the way you kind of, and I'm sorry with the whole running away from the situation, but figuratively speaking, you're taking yourself out of that situation and really literally running away from the situation. But the fact of how is that fixing it?
Doesn't.
It doesn't fix it. I don't know who said it, but it doesn't fix it. All right.
Can you fix anxiety?
Hey, real
So-
quick, fellas, I need to take off. I appreciate you guys sending me the invite and everything, and
Brother?
you can all message me if you ever need anything.
Hey,
You're welcome
Oh yeah,
anytime.
man!
Monday-
Thanks for stopping in.
Mondays.
Every Monday, brother. Every
Mondays,
Monday.
8 o'clock Eastern time. This is what we're trying to do, and we're going to try it. If we need to hit multiple Mondays on the same subject, we're going to hit it. But we're going to try to do different things. Throw it up on Discord. Find me out. Send me a message. Be like, hey, Kenny, I think we need to talk about this one. Hit me up. But it was a pleasure having you, bro. Pleasure meeting you. Pleasure
Appreciate
having
the
you.
invite, guys. You guys have a good
Later,
one.
doggy.
It needed fun.
But here's the thing. Going back to it, it's like how can we fix? Because we can't run away from everything all the time. We can't. We cannot. Like here's Bubble saying going to the store. She freaks out when she goes to the store. There's so many things going on. So many people running around.
Yep.
It's just one
I
thing
can't
after
deal
another
with-
after another after another.
I feel like
So
that's like Sheila has.
right. So what do we have to do to fix that one?
You ain't fixing anxiety.
Well, for me, I have to set it up like a mission. I'm going in here to get this. The purpose for getting this is this. You know, I literally task addition standards. This is what I'm doing.
Right.
Why? Because it puts me in my comfort zone. Now I'm in my comfort zone. I'm executing a plan.
So
And my wife gets mad as fuck because she's like, "You're just
Hey,
eating
plan-
that. You don't even think I might need something." I'm
so
like,
you
"Hey,
just
said
found
whatever.
that's all
derails.
you get."
So guess
Well, see,
what? So now
It
now
does.
you just
I-
end up going to the store. Now you just went to the store and not busting out a complete anxiety attack, not having a panic attack because you found what works for you. But the thing is, you can't hide. You cannot hide from everything that you do because other than that, you're gonna become a fucking troll in your own fucking house, and we don't need that. We don't need
Hey,
that.
was that a knock on
See, I
short
don't
guys
think
like me?
necessarily- I think it's. I
Don't give
think
me
that's
anxiety, period.
delegation. It's hey, here's my mission. I'm going in. I'm getting trash bags. I'm getting detergent. I'm getting this, that, and the other. I'm gonna get in, get my shit, and get the fuck out. But
And I
Hey,
ain't talking to
fucking
that
you know-
creepy
no-
deli guy.
That ain't fixing no goddamn anxiety. Trying to get fucking toilet paper in the last 2 years. You go there, you can't get fucking toilet paper.
Well, that's a different kind of anxiety.
Yeah, that's
different shit.
Yeah,
But-
but now you're gonna go fuck somebody up because you can't get fucking toilet paper.
That is
Now
true.
the anxiety's come back.
But
You're gonna kill dark.
here's the thing. Here's going back to the mind. You're creating a habit, right? So that mission to go inside the store and to get everything that you need to do has become a habit. So it's like it's one of those things that you have gotten a routine into doing, and that anxiety starts to go down little by little. I'm not saying it's going to fucking disappear. You're still going to be a little bit
It gets
like
better.
there. It gets better, and that's what we want to look for. We want to get better. But the thing is, you're doing it. You're
My
doing it.
anxiety medicine.
You're doing it,
Well,
and that's what we need to do. So we gotta find
Lemonade.
different. We gotta find different ways. And okay, so I'm going to tell you. I know this is all fun and games, for everybody that listens. I know we're gonna crack up and do all this other stuff. Alcohol is not a cure for shit. It really isn't. We're just having a drink. We're having it responsibly.
It's a dirty Band-Aid.
We're having it responsibly. We're just having a drink like if anybody's having water. So problem solving is not in a bottle of alcohol. It's not. Don't go looking for it. That's not the solution. The solution
Neither,
is
my
neither,
beautiful wife.
neither are meds.
I did it for a long time, and it's done nothing but cause me trouble that I'm still dealing with
Well,
today.
now you guys all got me feel bad that I fucking said that.
you should.
no.
I'm kidding.
No. The intent's not to make you feel bad for saying that, because we
No.
get it. Sometimes alcohol will
Hey.
calm you down, it'll put you mellow or whatnot like that. But it has to be done, like they said,
Well,
in a
I do
responsible
moderate-
way,
in
like
moderation.
moderate. Because
I
if-
don't
if-
wake up to drink. I don't wake up. I don't drink to work. I don't do any of that. I drink when I play games and when I do shit like that. But it's not the only thing that calms my anxiety. Is doing this shit with people like this.
Yeah.
And having my beer.
So
Right.
so I
But
just I wanted to say
I
it
would-
just in case somebody wanted to be like, oh, this some bitch over here.
At
he's
least
just
you're
like-
saying alcohol.
It's
Cure.
not that
No,
one
it's not.
because it's like I'm going to bring in weed. I am a big I am a person that believes weed, marijuana, medically marijuana in moderations, just like alcohol in moderations. Anything you do in life in moderations is good for you. I think marijuana is a great freaking thing to help people with anxiety, help people with so many other things. And I think as long as you do it in moderations and not go fucking crazy on it, it would help. Just like alcohol, it just, as long as you do it in moderation, not getting stupid drunk. Some people can't control it, and so in those situations that people can't control it, then we gotta find something else and we gotta avoid it. But
like for me, marijuana makes me fucking my anxiety go through the roof.
see, it's not for everybody. But the thing is,
No,
it just
exactly.
we gotta find exactly. That's where I was saying in a book, you can't fucking
There's not a
open up a
cookie cutter.
book. There isn't. You can't open up a fucking book and be like, you know what, this works for you. No, motherfucker, that over there works for me. So we gotta find that situation. But I just wanted to say, like I said, we're joking around. Alcohol, drugs, and prostitutes are not your solutions for everything.
Wait.
Whoa.
You
can't take
What?
Hold up now.
What?
Damn it!
I can't say
Alcohol,
everything.
marijuana, then prostitutes.
No,
Hey, she was a nice lady.
On the anxiety thing, I think Chris and I have talked about this before. We both went through the same type of therapy with going to the VA. I went through immersion therapy, which was pretty long, it was pretty invasive, and they basically gave us homework. They made us do things that made us feel uncomfortable. Like my therapist was big about sending me to large gatherings, which I absolutely hated.
Especially large.
Well, no, she would do them
So
more in a controlled
desensitization?
environment. It would be like,
Desensitization.
hey, I want you to go to the mall and just walk around the mall. You know, that's a large group of people. And she'd be like, you know, what reservations do you have about it? You know, I'd talk about, well, you know, I don't like large groups of people. Well, why? Because bad things have happened to me then. And then she would actually kind of break it down even further and be like, statistically, what's the likelihood that something bad is going to happen to you while you're there? And started actually making me think more and more about it, as far as, you know what, she's right. The likelihood that something bad is going to happen to me at the mall and I'm not going to have a good time or see something I'm interested in is slim to none. So I'll go and try. I hated it for the first little while.
Mm-hmm.
But
And then
I
he found
feel
out
almost,
that there's a cigar gallery in the mall and he loved it.
yeah. I mean, I'm now at the point that I can go and do things like that on my own and not feel like I have to take my wife or I have to have somebody else there with me. I can go and do a lot of those. And that was kind of how I dealt with my anxiety. And it was forced upon me.
Yeah, that didn't happen right away. It was one of those days
God,
you started creating that habit. You started going into your mind, be like, oh, today was a good day. Let me go again. Oh, okay, that was a good day. Let me go again. And I'm not saying to do it like, you kind of have to force yourself to do things. You kind of have to, because this is my comfort zone right here. I know ain't shit gonna happen here. Because if something happens in this comfort zone, I feel bad for the person that's coming. You know, I feel bad for that situation. But the fact that you have to go out your comfort zone a little bit, and if it's by yourself, it's just to go out with the kids on the stroller, because the kids, and I'm talking about people in chat, your kids, they're small. If you bring them out, guess what? Your mind is on the kids and not what's going on everywhere else. So you're going out to the park, you're going out somewhere, you're going out little steps at a time. As a kid, when you rode on a bike, you had training wheels, and we're gonna go right back. We had training wheels. You freaked out when those training wheels started doing this, and because they got uneven, and you're like, oh my god, your anxiety went fucking through the roof. You're scared, you're crying. I don't want to do this shit no more. Your parents kept on pushing you. Guess what? That training wheels came out, and now you're flying on a bike. The more you did it, the better off you were. And it's the same thing.
You guys had a bicycle?
I had a bike with no seat. That's how I learned how to ride a bike.
Oh.
It was really fucked up. No seat.
Bike
He
with
has
no
the pole,
seat.
just not the seat.
But
Yeah, he had the seat post.
no post, no seat. Take it all off. But
Oh man, you just said no
loop?
seat, bro.
Yeah.
hey, $20 is $20.
Hey, Falcon, what?
Hey, you can't take that from me.
So, well,
But it's just creating
so
that
that
habit.
you know, this is Real Talk with Kenny. Kenny up here, Mr. Kenny, is the host. This is a weekly thing that we wanted to start doing.
Oh, okay, dude, I've been sick, bro.
Ron, come on.
I get it.
Blown up. So I figured, whatever, I'm just gonna hop in and say hey to everybody really quick on Dad Bob Cav and Patriot,
Oh, yeah,
and
man.
then as soon as I popped in on this one, I heard anxiety and PTSD, and I was like, am I about to get put to work?
No.
Hey,
Well,
Kenny,
now you hang out.
so
Kenny,
That's
Hawk
kind of
here.
why. That's kind
Hawk
of dark. That's
here
kind of
is
why I had posted that, because I know what you do. So I didn't. Maybe you
Okay.
had some. Maybe some
Oh
good-
yeah, that's
Hawk
right.
is a chaplain's assistant, or what do they call you guys now?
Chaps,
So now, yeah, we're no longer allowed to get called chaps asses. Apparently,
Yeah.
it's been
That's bad.
or something.
That's bad.
Somebody somewhere
Got
that
upset.
joined the army maybe like 10 minutes ago was like, oh, that hurts my feelings. So now we're called religious affairs.
Really? Is that what they
specialists,
call it
or-
now?
Yeah, religious affairs specialists, or in my position,
Raz.
since I'm Raz or Ranco, religious affairs NCO Ranco. Now it's even better. It's even better whenever you're the religious affairs NCO for the installation at Fort Campbell. That's the entire operations and plannings NCO for the religious affairs department of Fort Campbell, and I know we're live, so I love you guys that are watching that are there. Yeah, you guys are awesome NCOs and soldiers.
Yeah.
But sometimes there's thoughts that should have just stayed thoughts. Any Hoosiers. But yeah, no, man, I've done this job for what year is it? 12 years now. So, no, dude, I love taking care of soldiers. That's always been my career, and yeah, man, PTSD counselings and stuff like that. When I first got told I was gonna be the chaplain's bodyguard, I was like, oh, cool, I'm gonna be somebody's bodyguard. That's kick ass. I did not know that as a 20-year-old E4, I was going to be talking to some
You definitely
battle-hardened
scared me away
NCO
because
that
people
just
aren't
got
used
back
to it.
from deployments.
But
got
once they
blown
start
up,
getting
got
used to it,
shot at,
people come around there.
and
And that's
he's
why
gonna
I'm
sit there
glad that
crying
you're
to me, and I'm
here.
gonna be like, dude, I have no fucking idea what
I'm
you're
glad
going through.
you're here, Bubbles. And
I
this is
just
why
learned to wipe
we
my
got
own
each
ass.
other. We got each other's
So-
backs.
So
We
now,
do.
12 years down the road, man, deployment, and taking care of soldiers for as long as I have, like, yeah, honestly, the best medicine that I've seen is when vets just stick together.
And
Like-
even though you were young, right, and you were like, bro, what the fuck do I know? It's not much of what you know; is what you do. Sometimes just being there, sometimes
The
just
ability
giving,
to just listen.
and that's
He just
some people
he just
just
wanted to
need that.
vent.
Some people need that without needing to be like, here, put this medication in your mouth. Here, go do this one. I don't need a fucking solution. I just need to express it. And the fact that you able to do that at a young age, because me myself, I had to grow up quick, fast, in a hurry, and me being young was never the thing. I went from being a teenager to being an adult like this, because I had to.
Dude, I went from getting spit out of my mom's fucking hoo-ha to, hey, guess what? You're the one that's gonna have to wake up at 3:00 in the morning and get your siblings ready for breakfast and make sure that bus and they don't get fucking raped and stabbed to death by the fucking people down the road. Hey, Dad, sorry, but I don't really feel like going outside today. Why not? Oh, well, because we got off the bus and there was a girl that we found raped and stabbed to death in the ditch. So I'm just gonna go hang out in the room.
Dom
growing
just
up and
comes
being like,
nowhere.
hey,
it
I'm
just
gonna
that's
join
like
the
that
military
escalated
now.
quickly.
That's a safer area.
and that's what it is. People like we have somebody over here that just, you have acquaintances and then you have friends. Friends you could usually count on your hands. There's that, but you have a lot of acquaintances, and some of those acquaintances might not ever be a friend to you, but they might introduce you to a person that can be your friend. And sometimes you just need that ear to listen to. And Bubbles, I'm telling you, just, yes, a lot of people. Bubbles is somebody in my chat. It just she's just a newly old mom, I guess you could say, because she's had I believe a 3-year-old, a new baby, and she's married to a seaman.
Sorry, we all did it. I don't feel bad.
I have a 2-year-old and a 1-month-old, so I
Yeah,
kind of feel your
like-
Yeah,
struggle.
so this
Appreciate that.
That's not what we were laughing about.
this is
Hey,
a lot
he's
of.
married to a lower enlisted Navy man.
I don't think he's lower listed, but
Seaman is.
Oh, he will
the
always.
rank of a-
Rank, right?
You could be a
He's a
fucking.
Seaman's
boat
rank.
dude.
You could be a captain in the Navy. You will always be a seaman to me. It just. You're a
They
seaman.
sail in
It's,
the ocean.
You're
What's
semen.
a semen? Holy shit.
Yeah, it's just you're Navy. You're semen.
We're gonna
But-
kill Dark.
Dude, I'm already sick, man. Oh, I'm sorry.
But Bubbles is here. He's a piece of shit. PO1.
PO1. So yeah, he's a
Petty
seaman.
officer.
He's a petty
He's
officer
a
one,
shit
man.
one?
He's
That's what Bubbles
Prostitute.
is. Bubbles is a piece of shit one. Is that what
you
you
want to
think?
touch tips?
Well,
Hawk,
petty
is that
officer.
what you're
No,
doing?
petty officer starts at E4.
Oh, yeah.
But
Petty officer
How's that
starts at
work?
E4.
so it just she's a newly mom of two. Her husband's in the Navy, and she's just an amazing person. She does so much in my stream. She's always talking. She's one that's always here with me, and she's absolutely fantastic. But she's dealing with our topic. And she's dealing with postpartum. She's dealing with a 3-year-old that's being very spiteful. She's dealing with a newborn. She's dealing with a husband that's has to work. You know, she's by herself a lot of the time with the kids, and she's ready to pull her hair out her head. And
Well, let me tell you something, Bubbles. I work 2 jobs. I actually have 2 jobs. Work a third one with this my nonprofit. I have a 26-month-old daughter. I have a 1-month-old son. And the only thing that ever gets me through the day with the family and the kids is I just do what it takes. That's kind of my family motto. Do what it takes. You'll get through it. It's rough as hell, but one day you'll go travel and enjoy vacations. But right now, you just got to do what it takes, and you'll be good.
yeah, so
I'd love to get my wife on here to talk to her about that because my wife was.
I
in the
thought
same
you
boat.
wanted to get your wife pregnant again.
No.
Because
You must
My
my
love your
wife
mind.
would
My
be able
my
to
baby
relate
is
closer to
17.
this.
His
Mine's
baby's
18.
about to be having babies. Oh.
Exactly.
My wife would closer be able to relate to this because my wife was going through very much what Bubbles is going through right now. And I'm going to be straight up honest with you. I gave up on my wife. Um, I did that back in 2019. I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I can do it all on my own. I'm working. I'm making the money. The house is a mess. What do I need you for? But I didn't understand what she was going through. We split up, did our thing, realized I couldn't live with my life without her. So we're back together now, obviously, and everything has turned out amazing since then. But I feel like if I could give any advice to Bubbles is look, if you're having issues, talk with your husband, see if you can figure something out. See if you can figure out, hey, I got this going on. Can you help me with this? And I'll help you with that. Because that's all it really takes is really just working together to make everything work at home. I don't know if that's the problem or not, but I heard a lot of similar things that I went through, and I took it maybe the wrong way.
It's the fine 50-50, right?
So hold on a minute. It's
Yes.
not always 50-50. It's
100-100.
Sometimes it's 90-10.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Sometimes it's 95-5. But communication, compromise,
Yeah.
Communication number one.
help.
It's
Hold up,
always
Cat.
50-50.
Hell
It can be
yeah.
defined. The 50-50 can be defined 100%. It's never 95-5, right? My 50-50, right? My wife is a stay-at-home mom. She raises both my kids. She cooks me dinner. She pays the bills.
Welcome
Right?
home.
She paying the bills with the money I make. But 50-50 needs to be defined. If you can clearly define 50-50, you got a happy marriage, in my opinion. Right?
Agreed.
I work my ass off. I put food on the table, but also my wife works her ass off, and she also puts food on the table. Right? 50-50
Dirk,
got to be clearly defined.
But here's the thing on that, Dirk. You can put a number on it, 50-50, 90-10, 95-5. It don't matter. As long as I feel like you're pulling your weight and you feel like I'm pulling my weight, everything is good. There is no number.
I
and
got
that's
you. Same direction.
that,
My wife
like
is never
my
gonna
wife.
pull my weight. It's too much.
My wife is a stay-at-home mom,
I don't want
but
to pull your weight.
at the same time, she takes care of what she needs to do here, and I take care of what I need to do there. So, you can't put a number on that in my idea. You know
No,
what
you
I'm
can't.
saying?
But in my
You know,
idea, you
and
define 50-50.
exactly.
Yeah,
I mean,
I wish I had somebody to go 50-50.
Come here.
Oh,
All right,
Come
all
here,
right,
dog.
all right.
Right here.
I'm gonna do this one, right. So I've been
It's
with my
100% me.
I've been with my wife for 18 years. She's been suffering
Hell yeah.
with me with this
I'm
military
right
thing
there
for
with you.
she's been suffering with me. I don't want to say suffering, but sometimes it's really, really, really fucking hard. I've been Baker acted. I've been I locked myself up in the closet. I put her through shit that nobody should ever have to go through. But the fact that there is, I truly believe there is no number. There really is no number, because there are times that you have to pull that 100%. There's times
yeah,
that they pull that 100%. There's times that it just both things are going very well, that you guys got each other. You got each other's back on there, um, and when you start to think that, hey, you're not pulling your fucking weight, is when your communication starts to really fall backwards. You're
hmm
now you're getting really aggravated. Now you're getting really upset. Now you're getting pissed off at the smallest little thing because, hey, some bitch, I'm busting my ass. What the fuck are you doing? It's not really
yep,
that one. It just sometimes, like
That
me,
starts to bring you
like,
back to what we talked about earlier
yeah,
too. You start getting that clamshell effect going on.
yeah. You start
Everything
holding,
starts
yeah,
closing in.
and so
You start
Overthinking
getting angry.
everything.
and the thing is, like, I sometimes the other person has to really pick up the slack without even saying anything. It's just the fact that when you're in a marriage, you're a partnership. You're a team. You got to be a team player. Sometimes I'm having a really bad day. You got to pick up the slack. That's just what it is. Sometimes you're having a bad day. I got to pick up the slack. Sometimes it's having a fucking perfect day, and it's gonna work through everything. It's gonna work through friendship. It's gonna work through marriages. It's gonna do all that other stuff. But you should never put a number on, like, hey, you got this, I got this, because the minute they don't, the minute they start letting you down in a way and not picking up their slack, then that's when you're gonna be like, you know what, you son of a bitch, what the fuck's going on over there? It's like, I'm doing all this other stuff over here, and you ain't doing shit. You're freaking out, and you don't know what's running through that mind at that point in time. Like, that point in time, they could be like, the kids have just pissed on the kitchen floor. This kid just shit themselves all the way to the back of their neck. I gotta cook dinner, clean the floor, clean their ass, and do all the other stuff. And I'm sorry I didn't get to this. I'm sorry I didn't get to
See,
that
man,
one. It just,
that's really what I went through. Back in 2019. Like I said, I was working third shift at the time, and I would come home. There would be
and
no
I
dinner.
love all
I
you
would
fuckers in chat
come
right
home to
now.
a dirty
I
house.
love you
This, that, and the
guys
other.
so damn
And
much.
I
You
felt
guys are
like
absolutely amazing.
I don't need you, so you're dead weight to me. But the more time progressed, I realized how much I really needed her. You
Easy
know,
to point out what somebody don't do.
yeah, it
It's
is.
really
It
easy.
is.
Cake.
So this is
But
where
Put a number on it.
this is where the communication comes. This is where communication comes into fact. Communication is the key for so many things, so many fucking things, because nobody hears a mind reader. Go ahead.
So, bubble, like this is for Bubbles.
Bubbles,
Since
pay attention.
you're still, obviously he's still in the service. Um, you're even in the Navy. I know for a fact they have these programs. They're called Strong Bonds programs, or um, anyways, your chaplain or your unit ministry team, however they're called in the Navy, I forget. I know they're still chaplains. Um, Speak to them. They have these. It's like a weekend getaway for married couples. They offer the
Like Project Odyssey with Wounded War Project.
they offer childcare and everything. You go out, you do a marital
I appreciate you,
like
DB. I
workshop.
know it
You
just
work through some communication.
you show me so much
stuff
love
like
all the
that. All
time. I
kinds of
absolutely
useful
love
things.
you. I love
And
you
then
guys so much.
you get to have a night at the hotel, dinner, and whenever you're released on the final day, you got that whole day to do whatever you want.
That's awesome.
But here's
Yeah,
the
that
thing,
is.
though.
Heck yeah.
Here's the biggest thing, right? So there's a. I don't want to say it's a solution, but there is something that you can do. Now it takes up to you to actually do it. There's something it's just coming out your comfort zone, even though be like, oh, I don't want to do this. You know, I don't want it. Just it's almost you can't beat a dead horse. You could tell him, you could feed him, you could show him, you could bring him all this one. You could show him everything that you gotta do, but you gotta go out and do it. You have to do it. You know there's a problem. You know there's a You know
Get it,
there's
Baby Yoda.
you know there's something that you have to do. So just do it. You have to do it. So really look into it, Bubbles. Really look into it. And that's anybody that's just not going straight to Bubbles. That's going to anybody that's out here that really needs that finding that adult time with their spouse and really trying to find that reconnecting type stuff.
And Kenny, if you've got veterans that are in the Wounded Warrior Project, they need to know about that too. Because Project Odyssey, it's the same thing, but on the post or civilian side. And bond with your spouse, man.
Oh,
Yeah, and I
you
strongly
have to.
recommend reading a book called Five Love Languages. If you can find your partner's love language, it will speak in magnitudes on your relationship because everybody has a different love language, be it physical, mental acts of giving them something, or even doing like helping out with the dishes. Just because you can tell your wife's tired, she's gonna be extremely satisfied or happy with that.
You'll
Usually,
have
I'm
to
a
remind
lot
me of the name
more
of that book.
etiquette.
No, it's all
Like I
good.
said,
We know where
I
you
am
ain't feeling well.
Text it to me.
Yeah, man. I'll
I've been married for 20 years. I'm trying to go for 20 more. So
Let's
any
go.
tools I find along the way, I'll be
Here's
picking them things up, sticking them in my pocket.
there's a book
I'm
that
actually
there's a book that
I'm
me and my
actually gonna
wife
hop
use.
off, guys, though,
Okay.
because I'm starting to like sweat profusely, and I'm just sitting here. So
Thinking
No
about
worries,
Yeah.
chapter
man.
2?
Hey,
Huh?
Hawk.
Thinking about chapter 2?
Oh yeah, chapter 2.
Hey,
But
Hawk. I appreciate you coming through. It's a great pleasure meeting you. I know I'm going to see you again, and
oh
you're
yeah,
more
man.
than welcome
This
to.
is every Monday.
Every Monday at
Yeah,
8
we got
o'clock.
Mondays.
Okay.
Mhm.
I should be feeling better by next Monday. You
All
know what I'm
right,
saying?
sounds good.
But
Hell yeah,
Thomas,
brother.
yeah, I'll take a picture of the book and everything and send it to you guys, and I'll even see if I
Appreciate it.
can, whip up a couple of copies to start
Nah, you ain't gonna do that, brother.
mailing to people. Dude, I have access to like a lot of things.
Hey,
Yeah. If the army's gonna pay us back, let's
Hey.
let the army pay us back.
Yeah.
I actually think we have that book. Awesome.
All right,
Hell
man.
yeah. See, you
All right,
go.
have a good night,
You
Hawk.
guys have a good
All
night.
right, later.
You
Night
too,
Hawk.
man.
Hey, buddy.
Thanks for running in, brother.
Hey, man, I love hanging out with you guys. This and Patriot, man, I
We
live
do.
for this shit.
Oh,
I'm gonna start trying to get back into talking to everybody again instead of just going out and doing the whole, business aspect of things. We're trying to get meetings with sponsors and this and that. I got to get back into hanging out with you guys and playing video games again. I
That'd be
haven't actually
awesome.
sat down and played a video game in a while.
Well, I hope you feel
So-
better,
Yeah.
bro.
Me too. Me and my wife are both sick. She's
That sucks.
Somewhere
Yeah.
over
So I had my
You should
wife
read a
pop
book,
in.
love language.
Look, Abe Lincoln came back.
there.
I've read plenty of books. I got a whole entire library.
I had
All
my
right,
wife
man.
pop in and
All
said
right.
one of them that
All
we
right,
were looking
Tom.
for was
Take it easy. So
Peace
acts
out,
of
Doc.
service. That was one of them that she said that we should look into.
yeah,
A
oh
book
yeah.
with self-service?
No,
I'd be-
acts of service.
Active service, okay.
And
So-
then Rico, Master Yoda, being the smart ass that he is, popped in. He said, "That's mighty bold of you guys, of you expecting these guys can read."
Ah!
Oh.
Hey,
Now,
hey,
he was
you
Air
could
Force.
you could oh fuck
So-
you. You could take a picture of the book of the page and your phone will read it to you for the fuckers that can't read.
What you got? What you got in your
Word.
hand, Phil Billy? I thought you quit that shit.
Oh, Billy's gone from his
Right.
fucking daughter's bunk
Kenny,
bed
I got
to his
another book
garage.
for you too. That
love
it was
it.
a guy that I worked with him in 16 Cav. He was cadre with me. We were training lieutenants. And then ended up when I got sent over to WTU to be cadre over there, he had transitioned into that. But I'll talk about that offline. But I'll give you the book the dude I mean, him and his wife wrote it together.
That's
Basically,
awesome.
because he was in third ID with me and Brad for OIF 1 Initial Invasion, and
That's
it
awesome.
was
Oh yeah.
How
it's
does
a
he have a
badass book.
fucking open fire in his garage? I'm sorry. Is no one else tripping about a fucking open fire in a garage?
No, it's
How
Indiana,
do I
dude.
turn it around?
We do what we want.
He's literally smoking a
Just turn
cigarette
your
and smoking
turn your
log.
there you go. Oh, it's a propane one.
Oh,
It's fine.
it's a propane.
I still
How
would be in
does
the
he
middle.
fucking like closed fucking garage?
Hey, if you're gonna go out in a blaze of glory, baby.
Jesus
Right.
Christ! We have fires in the middle of garages here, with the garage door down, by the way.
I guess that I mean
Hold the spot.
IEDs didn't scare me driving down the road. Like, why don't they scare you? Cause I ain't gotta worry about it no more. It's gone. It's
Now,
over.
Let's all touch on something though. I just seen it on CK's sweatshirt.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say Philbilly's house is on fire.
No.
Or
I like
XL?
Bubbles, you gotta wait until after winter
Oh,
to
Not
go
I
get
all
it.
wounds are visible. I like that.
There
That
you go.
definitely is it. It just it really is it.
That really goes along with tonight.
Yeah,
It
definitely.
does.
Oh, now do you feel better, Dirk? He opened his garage door.
Well, I thought he was gonna die. Asphyxiation.
No, I had to bring my smoker in.
Oh well, now he's closing the garage door. He's fine.
Okay. Had to bring smoker in, right? Like Bob Saget with the prostitute that choked him to death. But
Yes.
It was the Olsen twins. They got his ass like they got Heath Ledger.
no, but I like the
The
sweater.
Olsen
CK,
twins, Clinton, fucking Bob Saget.
if that's a local purchase, let me know, brother. I'd like to buy one.
I mean,
20 for a
they
day?
did not. Me and Brad do not
It's
know
the,
anything.
I bought it off it's called the Till Valhalla project.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
gotcha.
about It's pretty nice.
Let's see the
It's a great
sweater.
one.
I want to see it.
Why? So you can wear it in your garage?
7 fires in my garage,
like that.
girl.
So
I ain't gonna die in here. I'll tell you that.
so at the end of all this one, honestly, it just if you're not speaking up, if you're not trying to help yourself, you are going to have a hard time.
You won't recover.
You can't help yourself.
You're gonna have a hard time helping yourself. You are.
Yeah, if you don't, you won't.
Yeah, you
won't
can't
recover.
do it alone. You
A-
can't.
As
like Dirk said, you can't really help yourself. The only way you can help yourself is by letting others help.
But
and
that
it's
is in itself helping yourself.
and it's hard. It's hard to open up. It really is. It's really hard to open up. But you gotta find that one little.
I was high fiving Dirk on my screen.
Oh, okay.
Well, but my screen, I think.
Oh, no, the other
Opposite
way.
hand, you two.
Opposite hand.
Okay. So a lot of it's just trying to figure out what we can do. What we can do.
I'm in a box.
And we are here for anybody that is trying that needs the help. You could be quiet the whole entire time. You don't have to go public with the with while we're streaming. You don't have to go public on it. You can always message myself, message anybody that's here.
And let me add on to that real quick, Kenny. I right. My feeling is right. Kenny's right. There's 6 of us here. There was 8 of us at one time, right? You obviously, if you have a problem, you connect to one of us, right? All of us are here. If you felt like you connect with any one of us, that's the type of person that helps you. Reach out. I'm here. Unicorn's here. Kenny's here. Dome's here. CK, right? You know, we are here to help you. And if I'm the one that you connected with, and you know, you feel like someone like me can help you, go for it. If you feel like I'm completely opposite, don't reach out to me, but reach out to one of these 6 dudes right here. They can help you.
I'm just kidding.
And it's not
It's
even
all about
just,
who.
It's not even helping you,
Reach out.
because helping you is also helping me.
Yeah.
And we are.
If we can help, if any one of us can help someone, it's going to make us feel good.
Oh yeah.
And,
You know,
Except for the guy that's lighting a fire in his garage.
he might not.
this
He
was-
might not
this
be here for a
propane.
while.
It's
This is my
propane.
purpose. I mean,
Yes.
I found a purpose again, and that's why I'm fine. I have not as many issues because I now feel I have an identity and
So
a purpose.
I'm going to go really deep onto this one, and I don't want to say I don't want to be like kind of heartless because this is all coming from the heart. If there's anybody out there that's getting to that point that you want to commit suicide, that you want to end your life, you end your life, you're stopping your problems. Your problems stop. You're good to go. But you just started other people's problems. You
You
are
just pass it on to the next one.
now you just left a family member behind. You might leave your kids behind. Friends that really did care but didn't know. Parents. Your problem just didn't stop. Your life stopped. Your problems never stopped. It just went to somebody else. So
Your problem stopped.
I want everybody to know that you are not alone by far. Because right now we have 6 people here in chat. I have a few people in my stream. I know whoever else is streaming, if you are streaming, they have people in their stream. I promise you
I
right
got
now.
Russians texting weird shit, so I don't know what's going on
There
in
we
mine.
go. We got
That
about
helped too.
like at least 15 to 20 people right now that are, I promise you, willing to help. It just takes you to open your mouth and let us take the rest of the way.
Yep.
And once again, we have channels in our Discord, for mental health and stuff like that, or if you just want to chat, even if you don't want to, like you said, publicly, you send somebody a private message and somebody. We've got plenty of people, just more than us on screen. We've got more than enough people.
Just know we're not mental health professionals.
About
All we're gonna do is listen and help direct somewhere to a suitable somebody that can truly help you on a clinical and professional level.
Well, wasn't Dark Hawk here a professional, right? We have him as well.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, but he's kind of he's gonna be a limited for who he could reach out to and not. But once again, he's gonna know who the hell to pass somebody off to.
If we don't know, we're gonna find somebody
We'll
that
find
does
them.
know.
Exactly.
That is one thing we're gonna do. It just, you are giving us some, like I said, asking for us to help you is helping us, because we just let go of our issues to help you, because that's
Open up our
what we
door
want.
to help you.
That's what we want to do. We want a purpose. We will have a purpose by helping you. And I promise your life is a lot more important than you honestly think. Always remember that.
Knock on our door. Knock on our door. We will always
So
open it.
in all the DBC chats, I posted a link to the Discord. Like Kenny was saying, reach out. Use that link. We have a mental health channel that's monitored by all the founders and other veterans. There's generally always somebody online. If not, find one of the founders up at the top. Find one of the admins. We got 2 of our admins in here. Send them a message. Don't be part of the statistic. Reach out to any one of us at any point in time.
And like me, I know I'm part of their Discord, but again, we have multiple Discords that you can get into. You get into my Discord, you could find me. If you can't find me through there, like Dirk said, there is right now 6 personalities. 6 personalities that you could deal with. One of these personalities will relate. It's Discord, ! Discord. One of these personalities you will relate with. I promise you will. But if you don't,
you want dick jokes, go to Domage.
If you don't relate to one of us, you will relate to somebody. It just open your mouth, open your door, open your arms.
King.
Open your arms and always realize and always know you got put on this earth for a reason. And that reason isn't to take it away. That reason is to help somebody. Even though you might be going through something, somebody else needs your help somewhere.
We are all here because we all have an open door policy, brother, sister.
So please,
Oh yeah.
please,
Word.
please, 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 please,
Unless there's a
please,
sock on the door, don't come in.
please, do not think. There is also a section in my buddy Swerve. There's a different Swerve other than your Swerves. Bubbles, if you want to put that up there, you're more than welcome to. Um, know that there's always open arms. Know that there's always going to be a solution. It just takes seriously. it just takes. It just takes you to look. It just takes you to take that step forward. I think that's what it takes you to finally say, you know what, I need that help, and it's a strong thing to do that. It takes a lot to be like, you know what, I need that help, and once
It
you
truly
do that,
does.
and once you do that one, I promise you, you will find that help with us. I promise you, and we need to keep that love going. Um, we need to keep on trying to help out everybody. Um, and we'll fight.
And real quick,
Yeah.
Kenny. Hey, I don't want to interrupt, but
No, go.
if you think that your help is joining Kenny's community, our community, any of those communities, and you think that you want to be one of us, if that helps you, right? Like this guy above me, I hope Dome. I hope I'm putting a Dome.
Yep.
Right. This guy was not in a good space until we
Not
started
in a good
this.
space like every other day.
Right.
No,
But
I'm just kidding.
doing this and giving him the opportunity to help also helped.
Help me sideline my
Right.
own bullshit
Right.
and figure it out
So
better.
So if you reach out to Kenny with his Discord, reach out to Dad Body Calvary for their Discord. I'm very handsy. Sorry. But if you want to be part of the solution as well, if being a solution helps you, you're welcome to be part of the solution as well, right? Whatever you need us to do to help you, we are
Yeah,
here
for sure.
and we are accepting and we are here. We have open door policy. Join it, be
Within
part of
reason, I
it,
guess.
reach out, whatever.
And
Yeah.
we love memes.
I'd like to take the floor for a quick second,
Go
if
ahead,
I
kid.
could. So, my time is running short. I got to get to bed here soon. But the majority of you guys know I did lose one. I lost one of my Marine Corps buddies either Friday night or Saturday morning. I'm not sure when. But it meant a lot to me in a simple fact of I didn't catch those quote unquote signs that the military teaches us. We go through the suicide prevention training, every other month, watch for this, watch for that, watch for this. They don't show you the things that you know you should really be looking for. And even if they do show you those, the people that are in that mind state, they're going to, try and avoid those things. You know what I mean? To me, I feel like it's them going around it. You know what I mean? So I guess just if anybody's ever in that mind state, please just speak up. Like Kenny was saying, all it takes is a couple seconds. You answer that phone call. Don't shrug them off. You know, answer that phone call. What you say could be so little, but it could mean the world to anybody, anybody and everybody. You know what I mean? And this guy here, I could tell, time and time, yeah, he was going through the same shit that we all go through. But at the same time, maybe that was him reaching out for me and I missed it. So in my heart, I feel guilt. You know what I mean? I feel like I let him down, you know, and it sucks. It really does. And I've been holding on to this shot, and this is for him. He was a good buddy, It,
Yeah.
it sucks. I got the phone call in the middle of lunch. and I had to walk away from the table. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You know, and nobody ever wants to get that phone call. So if there's anybody out there, don't let yourself be that reason for that phone call. You know what I mean? And it's like I was telling Brad, you know, this isn't the first one I've had to deal with, but this is the hardest one for me because I seen him less than a week ago. You know, my other guys, I hadn't seen him in a while. You know, this one I seen, 5 days ago. So right now, with me getting ready to go to bed and everything, I'd like to raise a toast. Here's to Johnny Phillips.
Johnny.
Johnny.
Johnny, I'm empty.
Yeah, Daniel's drank his 12-pack.
No, I got a couple
Hey,
more. I gotta walk.
No,
real
and
quick.
all this conversation goes for you too, Phil Billy. I
Yeah.
mean, don't beat yourself up over this.
Yeah, I was
You know,
about
you can
to
talk
go
to
into
any
that
one
one.
of us. You know, I reach out to you to make sure you were doing all right. Like I said, I know that we've all kind of dealt with this in the past. Everybody handles it differently, but I also want you to understand that just because you're part of the community doesn't mean that you still can't reach out for help, man.
Right.
Nope.
I get it.
So, Phil, you feel guilt. Completely understand it. You feel like you let him down. Completely understand it. You can't do shit about it right now.
No, I can't.
Unfortunately, it's done and over with. You can't do shit about it. The only thing you can do, is help the next one. Now you know.
Yeah.
Now you know what to look for. Now you're being more aware. Unfortunately, it took it to this point, and like I was saying earlier, it's not taught. We're learning in experience. We're learning through experiences. We're learning through situations that happen, and we're adapting to the things that happen. And we're trying to spread the word. We're trying to spread the love. Trying to spread the awareness. You can't feel guilty about it because you're not the only one that was in there. Who knows? You could have done something. We never know. We can't dwell on it. The only thing that you can do is help the next one. Be
Right.
more. Keep your ears open, keep your eyes open, and most of all, keep your arms open.
I'm going to be honest. I feel like you went through Brad's old messages. That is 100% what Brad just told me.
Yeah.
The truth.
You can't dwell on it and just
Nope.
help the next one.
OG Camper comes out
That's
sometimes.
why
OG Camper comes out saying it takes one loss to help prevent the loss of many in the future.
Right. And that's why I'm so proud to be part of this. That's why I'm so passionate about everything here. I'm going to be honest. Like I said, I heard about this on the radio. I heard about Dad Bod Cavalry on the radio, and I was like, look, this is something that I want to be a part of. And I sent a Facebook message to Dad Bod Cavalry. Brad got a hold of me, and he was like, yeah, come on and play with us. And then all of a sudden, here I am. This is where I feel like I'm meant to be. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, I do not suffer from PTSD. I'm going to be the first to tell you that. I won't even pretend that I have. The worst case of PTSD that I ever had was somebody try and wake me up in the middle of the night. I swung on them, and then I ended up having sex with them. But nonetheless, it is what it is.
Escalated quickly.
Yeah.
It
It's
did.
that new age army.
He woke me
Wow.
up, and I wasn't ready to get up. So,
Well, obviously
it
you
is
were
what it
ready
is.
to get up.
Shit. It took a couple
Yeah,
minutes.
dude, for her. Sorry.
Yeah.
So
I hope your PFC enjoyed it.
yeah.
It was full of tension, that's for damn sure. But no, I mean, I'm not here to say that I suffer from PTSD. I do know that there are some that do, and if anybody wants to
Swung on
consoling
Mike's
me.
hillbilly, and did
Uh,
And have sex with him later.
nah, I'm out of commission. I'm out of
So
commission for that now. But no, if anybody wants to confide in me and talk to me, I'm all ears. You know what I mean? But to sit here and say that I'm like I want to choose my words wisely here. I'm not like you guys. I haven't seen the things that you guys have seen. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I have. You know, you guys went through Iraqi invasion. I did not. I signed up for Afghanistan. I got pulled away from Afghanistan. You know, I got pulled away from Afghanistan when Osama bin Laden got killed. So, you know, my stories and your stories are two totally different, you know. So I'm not going to sit here and pretend like that I've been through the same thing as you guys have, and I haven't, you know. But at the same time, I'd like to get a better understanding of what the other veterans go through. You know what I mean?
like we said, man, like we said, brother. There's 6 of us now, 7 of us here, right? Everybody has a different connection and a different outlet.
I like that guy's shirt. What's his name?
Fallen?
This
Riot.
that's fallen.
Hey, what's up, man?
What up?
Not much.
yeah,
He's
so
I like his shirt. I got the
he's the
same
founder
boots.
of Patriot Gaming.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
he's a what?
He's the founder of Patriot Gaming.
Hi.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Not much.
What up, dude?
No,
So
we're having a
up?
good little rotation tonight, man.
yeah, I'm absolutely loving it. It's just I honestly on at the end of it now we're just beating a dead horse and repeating ourselves with a lot of stuff. And I want everybody just to know again, Dadcast has a lot of help. You just need to go out and take that step. Just take that step. It takes a lot, but just imagine how much better it will be once you finally do take that step. The help is there, and we are opening up that door and asking you to come
Yeah.
in,
Don't leave your people behind.
come in.
That's a big thing.
Um,
Don't leave your people behind.
CK.
Yes.
I know. We're kind of reaching that end. CK. Do you have any words that you want to close out on?
No, I mean, you all pretty much hit the nail on the head tonight. I mean, you know, like I said, beating a dead horse here, but reach out, guys. We got plenty of outlets here. We are not trained professionals, but we can get in touch with people who are. I know
I
Patriot
think
has a
Timmy's
few
pretty damn
contacts.
close.
You know, DBC, we've got a few guys we can get in touch with.
Yeah, we've got some
other than that-
certified. We got some certified healthcare professionals, counselors who will keep it confidential if you need any assistance.
Absolutely. And then like DBC, I mean, we're spread across the whole damn United
Yeah.
States right now. So, I mean, sure.
At no cost. No cost to you at all.
Okay.
You know, a lot of us right now are in the Midwest, but we're not. Surely, God's ain't one of us more than an hour or two away from somebody. You know, if it come down to that. So.
I'm in Florida and I don't mind cooking and having a beer or having a drink or just bullshitting with anybody. So if you're in Florida, come see me.
If you guys
What
got
part
a
of
minute,
Florida you in?
Yeah, I figured he was gonna do that. Look
Okay,
that.
hold on.
Where you in Florida? I'm on my way.
Dom, you have anything to say? I'm Fallen. I'm going to hold you for last.
all good, man.
Just the biggest thing is just reach out. I mean, that's all you can do. Nobody can help you if you're hiding all your problems and you're not telling somebody. Don't hold that shit in. Because I'm gonna ask you a question. A platoon sergeant asked me a while back. How much shit can a 10-pound bag hold?
A lot.
10 pounds. Once it hits 10 pounds of shit in that 10-pound sack, it's going to be flowing out. That's when you start running into your life problems, when you've stuffed so much down. So talk that shit out. Let it go. I'm going to tell you right now, suicide is not the answer. It's not. It's like he said, it passes it on to somebody else. Yeah, you ain't dealing with it no more, but now your mom's got to deal with it because her baby died. I mean, it's just reach out, ask for help.
There's better
People
ways.
want to help. There's better ways.
if anybody has any ideas for next week's, we're all ears. This is news is our second week doing this, so we're gonna try to continue to do this every Monday.
Definitely.
We're not gonna try.
Phil, no, yeah. Phil,
try.
Phil, you got any closing words?
Don't do open fires in your garage.
I said Phil, not Dirk. Damn it.
Oh, my bad. I feel like that's like the safety lesson of the night is don't have open fires in your garage. I mean, fuck, it's tripping me the fuck out.
Phil, you got any closing words? I know this one, this podcast kind of surrounded about recent events and all that other stuff, but it needs to be talked about. It needs to be said because somebody needs to hear it. But I'm not going to take it away
think
from
my
you.
closing words is be blunt. Don't be scared. If you got things you got going on, bring them out. Bring them out. If you're dealing with some shit, just bring it to the table. Somebody's got to have an answer. And even if they don't, even if you don't like the answer that they give you, it's an answer. It's better than the answer you got in your pocket.
All right.
Dirk, I might sound stupid as fuck, right? But like these shit comes to me, and it says, "Be blunt, don't put up a front."
Hey, now put that on a t-shirt.
It.
Put that on a t-shirt right now.
That's
you know
a t-shirt.
I just felt that.
Trademarked by Dad Bod Cavalry Incorporated.
Be blunt, don't put up a fucking front. We're here for you. We can fucking help.
Maybe not fucking front, but don't put up a front.
Yeah.
All right.
It resides.
Dirk putting up merch stuff right there. So Dirk, other than that, you have any closing words for yourself?
Suicide, problems, all that shit, man. Ladies, man, I say man for everything, but it hurts. Like Kenny said earlier, right? I mean, I had in our area, we had a suicide recently, and you don't know what's like Kenny said, you don't know what stress you're putting on other people.
Right.
You put up this front, right? You're doing this stuff, and it's a cascading effect to other people. It helps you, but you're really affecting a lot. And we want to put
Oh my God,
the first
Bubbles!
part,
I could just you got to tell me what that tastes like.
We want to be here to help you. We want to stop that first cascading effect that affects so many, and we want to help you. And like the saying goes that Phil Billy just said, be blunt, don't put up a front.
Hey now, Unicorn Falcon, what you got?
My take from tonight would be is I think we've really beat it up. I've had several people come up in the chat that have talked about their issues. Don't be scared.
I could just
we all
only
have different
imagine Bubbles
experiences with different things that we've dealt with. Don't be scared to reach out and talk to people. One of the hardest things to do is to kind of open up. Meet up with a buddy. Do like what we do. We play games. You'd be amazed the kind of conversations we can have while we're playing games together. And how relaxed you can be when you're doing it. Dirk, like he said earlier, he's not everybody's cup of tea. Same way with me, same way with all these guys. But if you see one of us on this screen anywhere, or somebody that you just might see their screen name and be like, man, that sounds like a cool motherfucker, reach out to him. Just start a conversation.
No streaming on Thursdays, though.
Yeah,
I ain't trying to brag, but
if you need me to stream on Thursday, I'll stream on. If you need me, I'll stream on
you will.
Thursdays.
But yeah, just
You
don't
can
be afraid to ask for the help. That's what we're here for. That's what we started this for. Turn 22 into 21.9 a day.
That's all.
Like I said,
I
I want my stream title to say N21.
Yeah, I get it.
One of the big things that those training courses that we all went through in the military for suicide prevention and all that, no one's ever mentioned throughout this entire podcast is,
I bet it tasted good.
Suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. We all have to remember that. That's the big thing. Everything we're going through is gonna pass. God is not gonna put us. Where the hell is that chap's ass? God is not gonna put us through anything that we cannot make it through. You know what I mean?
They know. All right.
And I'm not a very religious person, but I wholeheartedly believe that.
Hey, hey, Fallen. I know you did come into the back end, and I'm glad you came in for a reason. So I always truly believe there's always a reason for something. So. You know what's going on. You know I'm pretty sure you know the subject we were hitting today. Take as much time as you want.
For those of you guys who don't know me, my name's Fallen. I'm a prior Marine, 10 years, radio operator, multiple combat deployments. Was my last deployment tasked to a sniper team. I am not an infantryman. I am a radio operator. I am a POG for the Marine Corps guys out there. But I do understand the bullshit that goes through. But I'm the founder of Patriot Gaming. I've partnered with Dadbod Cav as well. We're a joint community. We are all here for the same purpose. I've already pledged $5,000 of my own personal funds into an emergency account that I will be partnering with Dadbod Cav in the future. For an emergency fund that all 7 of us on this screen or other people, if you reach out to us and you are in a crisis, we will fly a staff member to your house or fly you to our place of residence immediately. On the next flight, no questions asked.
That's awesome.
And those funds will be available for those emergency crises. If you don't have hot water to bathe your kids, things like that, reach out, okay? Because that thing snowballs into bigger shit. All right, so we all realize shit happens. If you have a family, you can't pay your bills, reach out. Now let me be clear though, we ain't gonna pay your bills every month, but we get it, okay? Reach out to us because guess what? Suicide, you don't jump from A to C, okay? You hit step B too, right? So if we can solve the problem at step B and not let it get to C, you know, hot water might be a simple thing, but guess what? You can't shower your kids and your family for a month. That gets to you. Next thing you know, you want to end it, right? So we're going to be doing things like that. And there's a quote that I live by. You know, you aren't responsible in life for how you get knocked down, but you are responsible for how you stand up. All right. So you're going to get knocked down every day of the week. Karma bus is going to run you over every 10 years, whether it's a divorce, a death in the family, PTSD shit, a death of a veteran, motorcycle, whatever you want to call it, right? But it's up to you on how you stand up. But we have this community, the Patriot community, the community that we started is all first responders and military members, veterans, spouses, same thing here. You reach out. We have designated counselors who are actually chaplain RPs who are certified healthcare workers. No cost to you. Reach out. We'll put you in contact with whoever you need. Like I said, if any of these dad bod guys contact me and say, hey, I got a fellow community member in crisis in Oklahoma. I need $3,000 to fly him out tomorrow. Done. No problem. Okay. That's what this shit's about. Excuse me. The suicide shit is, it's rough, right? We all deal with that all the time. I have thoughts like that. I've had it before. You know, and it scares you because you never think you're ever going to think like that, right? But a lot of these decisions that you make, you think is the only way out. You know, I've lost about 6 or 7 buddies since I've been out due to this. And if we ever need to, I was going to talk to Dadbod guys about it. If you guys never know the 22 Silkies runs out of Texas, I know the founder who started those, and he was in my unit. So I would like to partner with the 22 Silkies with both of us with the Silkies runs and get something in our local towns, and then some of us show up with a booth and shit like that. So that's something I'd like to set up for this year and get more funding towards that. But ideally, hopefully both of our communities, we will have a crisis fund and a crisis team available 24/7 that if you guys ever need it, you reach out. Because I promise you, I've lost more buddies off the battlefield than I did on. Okay. And it's 2022 right now. You know, let's rewind the clock and make it 2021. You know what I mean? Let's not add to that statistic. Let's not let this shit grow. But the first part of having a problem is admitting you have one. And I can tell you right now, everyone on this screen has had thoughts of that shit, and everyone on this screen fights a daily battle. And if they tell you otherwise, they're lying. It's not easy, okay? And the biggest part of like what Phil said earlier in the suicide briefs, the biggest problem with the military stuff, right? If you're useless, you're broken, you get discharged. So you suck it the fuck up and you drink motion water. Wrong mindset, okay?
Yeah, Jay.
It's okay to be broken. You're a human being. It's okay to feel. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be sad. We aren't machines anymore. All right. You need to be that father, that cousin, that dad, that person that you need to be. All right. You need to take that uniform off and put it away. All right. That was who we used to be. Right now, you need to be people to support those people that are getting out. All right. So all of us are here for a reason. Don't forget the service you did. Be proud of it. But you don't have to be that person anymore. All right. It's okay to feel pain. It's okay to feel hurt and cry. All right. No one's going to discharge you. You ain't going to get busted down. No one's going to give a shit, man. You know, so if you need someone to talk to, reach out to these guys. This is a good fucking community. I'm glad that we met. These dudes are good people. And if we can link up or anything, let us know, man. If you guys can follow, you guys can find Dad Bod Cav on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. You can find Patriot. You can find all of us, all right? Us together, we've got over 1,000 members together. Okay, that's not counting their wives, their girlfriends, their friends. Okay, so in a year from now, both of our communities combined will be reaching over 10,000 people. I guarantee it.
Oh yeah.
No
Hell
questions
yeah.
asked. No questions asked.
Love it.
So,
Love it.
you know, and that's just one topic for tonight, you know, and this is a hard topic no one wants to start off with, but hey, it's January. We're going to start off a new year,
Fuck yeah.
new mission
be hit.
statement, and it's in both of our mission statements. You know what I mean? We leave no man behind or woman,
Gotta
but
be
the
hit.
thing is we are no longer active duty. And that might hurt because some people are like, oh, I'm always a Marine. I'm this, that, the other. No, get me wrong. You know, my contract has no expiration date, but guess what? I'm a father first now versus that other bullshit. I'm a husband first before that
I
bullshit.
am the warrior in the garden now.
Yeah,
You know what I
Kenny
mean?
hit it hard in the paint tonight.
You know,
Yeah,
but
dude.
that's just how it
I'm
is,
just
man.
gonna say this. You talking about these silk 22s and the boots and everything.
Yeah.
You know what? I will smoke a shit ton of pulled pork just for that occasion.
Yeah, my buddy
No.
Sonny is the founder of that in Texas, and I'm actually I want to put him on so I have a cell phone number. I was going to call him. We have a Patriot staff meeting. I'm going to send you guys an email to. I'll hit up a unicorn in them, and they can hit you guys up. We have a staff meeting on Wednesday, and then we were going to discuss some of this stuff, and then we were going to have a partner staff meeting with you guys in the future in the next week or two, and set up our partnership goals of the next 90 days, and then partnership goals for the next 180 days, and partnership goals for 365. So we have a 3-month goal, a 6, and a 12 for partnership for both of the communities of our goals of what we want to achieve, where we want to go, live meet and greets, Twitch cons, whatever the hell we want to do. And the fundraising aspect of it, and the 22 Silkies thing, and things like that. What's going to be part of it. And then on top of that, hopefully in March, Dad Bod Cav and Patriot Gaming will be partners with Alienware. I'm in contact with that right now, and I'll have more to follow with that. So this community is going to get big very fast. But no one in this community is perfect. We all have fucking problems. We all are not normal. We all love dead baby jokes. We all love stupid shit. So if you guys have a rotten sense of humor, come on in. I'd love you to try to make me laugh and test my shit. But hey, don't feel like you're fighting the shit on your own. Don't ever feel like you're alone.
I'll tell you this. I know this might be a little over front, but you let me know when your next event is. Tell me how much pulled pork you need, and I will send it on dry ice, and I'll tell you how to get it prepped.
Well, here's the deal with Patriot. You won't ever see us do an event without Dad Bod Cav there, because their logos. So their logos are on our jerseys, and so part of our proceeds of that is going to go towards the crisis fund. But that's just how it is. Our communities have two different names, but we're all down the same fucking road. They're in the right lane, we're in the left lane, but we're at cruise control at the same speed. So no one's passing anyone. We're just fucking cruising down the road. So,
and I know
we're just the diesel engine. They're the gas engine.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I'm in my own.
You guys drive fucking Fords though, so I don't want to hear it.
I know I'm in my own little category here, and I'm attached to you guys as well. Psycho Army is my platform. I would love to be involved. Make sure you can send this my way as well too, so I could continue spreading the love as well for the people that aren't in any of the two. If you could send my way for any events and anything that the Psycho Army could do, I would love to be involved and do it. This is why I want to do this one.
You're in, doggy.
This isn't about You know, I told Unicorn and them when we first met, this isn't about Patriot or me, right? I don't look at this. I look at this as we have a big wood table, right, with 10,000 chairs around it. But guess what? There's no chairs at the head of the table. We all sit around the thing at the same fucking people. Even though my name says CEO around it in Patriot, I don't pull any more weight than the general member. Okay, we are all the same fucking people. I'm not doing this to better me. I'm doing this to fucking help out other veterans and spouses through divorces, through moving across country. They can't afford a moving truck. Whatever it is, anything veterans or first responders need, they can count on these two communities to fucking be there. I can promise you that.
It's all about the love.
It's not about personal gain. It's about gain for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
So
the guy that has a fucking open fire in his garage.
But it was nice meeting you guys. I'm sorry I missed the
I'm in my
podcast.
bedroom now.
No, you're good, man.
Fallen, like I said,
I'll be
there's
there for the
always
next one.
there's always a reason why you come in to wrap it up. That's the reason why you came in. I hope everybody was
excellent.
I hope everybody was paying attention. I hope everything was going through. Like I said, if we don't know it, somebody else will, and it will be our job to find that answer for you. We will find you an answer. No matter how many resources we have to go through, we will find you that answer.
Before you end it, real quick, if anyone is on Fort Unicorn, do you remember what Fort Dark works at? My VP?
He said it earlier.
Yeah. If anyone is at Fort Campbell, if anyone in here listening is at Fort Campbell, my vice president is the RP, the base RP. He's the staff NCOIC right now at Fort Campbell at the base level. So if you need any assistance and you're at Fort Campbell and you need assistance with anything, please reach out. I have a contact who works for the base general. So please, if you need any assistance with moving or anything at all, reach out and we can get you that as well.
Yeah, he was here earlier. He's just not feeling that well.
Yeah, he's coming back from Corona right now.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm dying.
So
He got the Rona.
California?
He got the Rona.
Or the beer?
So on just wrapping it up.
No, that was him.
We have great words. We have great people. We have great resources, and this is just the beginning with so many things. Just the beginning. There's episode 2 of Real Talk, and we are trying to keep it as real and as fun as loving as possible. One biggest quote that was told to me many years ago: if you can't love yourself, how do you expect to love anybody else? You have to love yourself, number one. You are number one, no matter if you have children, wives, or anything like that. When you have to love yourself, because when you start loving yourself, that's how you could let it out and love other people, love your children, love your wives, love your family members, love anything else. You got to find it deep inside you. Good night, Bubbles. You have to find it deep inside you to find that love, find that compassion again, find that love again. You have to find that one. Always know that there is somebody out there ready to give you a hug. Always know that there's somebody out there ready to open up them doors, ready to help you out. You're never alone. It might take some work to find somebody, but trust me, your life is much better above it than below it. You have 3 companies here that are more than willing to work for you, work with you. You have tons of personalities that are going to be willing to talk to you, love you, counsel you. But at first, it's up to you and only you to make that first move. After that one, put it on cruise control, and I promise you, we're going to take you to where you need to end up at. And if there is nothing else that needs to be said, and I know we said plenty of it, recap it on the videos on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch. Recap it to all of us. I know I can speak from all of us. We love you, and always love yourself like no one's watching, and love, peace, chicken grease. We're out of here.
A-Town, shorty.
Hey, next